Hello, 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 everyone. How are you guys doing? Can you guys hear me okay? Is everything looking good on your end? How's everything going? We got some comments here early on. Charlie started a conservative organization. I never really figured out why he hired Candace O in the first place, as she didn't really have conservative background. Maybe he wanted balance. No, no, no. Okay. So there are some things that Candace Owens did during the BLM era that did gave her some credibility against the left, because she went very hard in the paint against BLM, went after BLM people, went after their financing. So like we can't deny why she sort of snuck her way in. Like you also have to know that before this, she had a social autopsy platform that was kind of created for deplatforming and cancel culture back when she was on the left. So she has flipped flopped quite a bit. So, she did have some investigative reporting credentials when she was with back then I think she was with Ben Shapiro, right? So that's where she got her credentials. And most of her credentials comes from her work against BLM. Like on the right, that's what she was known for. Before she went down this route, that's what she was known for. She got into a big fight with Ben Shapiro. I think it was more about payment than the whole what was it called, Christ is King thing. But her credentials come from that. If we're talking about hi everyone, I'm just going straight in today, huh? Usually I say, hey guys, I'm going to give you guys times to get in here. But if you just got here, Candace Owens' credentials come from her time researching and making documentaries against BLM. Now, here's the thing. Now I have to wonder, did she do the work against BLM, or did Ben Shapiro do the work against BLM and use her as the face of it? Right? Because if you send him out there to try to do the shit that Candace did, people are going to scream racism. But if you send Candace, it's going to be real hard to say that, right? Oh, it's hard to tell Candace, oh, you just hate black people. Like she could be, what was the guy's name? Biggums? Oh my God, what was his name? I think his name was Biggums. Tyrone Biggums. You guys ever heard of Tyrone Biggums? Like she could be Tyrone Biggums. I'm not sure. She could be. But I don't think like she uses like when it's convenient. Okay, oh my God. I don't think I can show you Tyrone Biggums. Tyrone Biggums is a white supremacist. He wrote white supremacist literature, was one of the most popular white supremacists until it was revealed that, he had all these thoughts about black people, but he was actually blind. He'd never seen a black person. He was just raised in such a way that everyone around him was a person who hated black people. So he started hating black people too. But he couldn't really see black people because this was a blind person. But he could still write and he could still hate. So he wrote many books, became very well respected in the community of the uh, Ku Klux Klan, right? And Tyrone Biggums became very famous. Mostly lived alone because when he was raised, you see, he was raised in that community, but he was also raised in an orphanage where everyone, it was like a special orphanage for blind kids. So he was just among the blind kids, and he was raised as all those blind kids to hate white people, to hate black people, really hated Jewish people. Wrote lots of book about it, but he was very secluded. He was always kept secluded because nobody wanted you know, no, people didn't want to him. People, his people didn't want anyone to know he was blind, right? So there was this big investigation into Tyrone Biggums, and he was filmed. He was filmed. I think it was by a news crew. I don't know if it was PBS, one of these public broadcast corporations, and they went to Tyrone Biggums. They followed him for a while, and one of these book signings, he took his Klan mask off, and everybody found out that he was black. He was black, and he didn't know he was black because he was blind. He said that made him discover why his penis was so large. And he divorced. He got divorced because he didn't want to be married to an N-word lover. That's yes. It is a Dave Chappelle character. It's not really a real person. But I was like kind of playing it up for dramatic effect. Did I do a good job? Am I a believable narrator? I think I did a good job. If you didn't know about Tyrone Biggums, I think I kind of like Dave Chappelle might have been like, hey, you kind of did good there. I'm hoping. I'm like, if a legend like that would like it. Like I don't. There's like 5% of things I don't agree with Dave Chappelle on. So I'm pretty much a fan. Good job. Okay, Father of Chaos. Father Chaos probably remembers because I saw him, and he looks to be about contemporary to me, so he probably remembers when that sketch came out. Yeah, I did a good job. Kind of like Dave Chappelle. It's one of his funniest bit. I put it right up there. There's that one. One of the other ones is Rick James, Charlie Murphy, Hollywood Stories. That's another one of the greats. And oh my God, what's that guy from Whose Line Is It Anyway? Oh, I can't remember his name. Whose Line Is It Anyway cast. See if I can remember the cast. What was the guy's name? Wayne Brady. Do you guys remember Wayne Brady? No, right? Like, yeah, there's good people in Whose Line Is It Anyway? But Wayne Brady, that was also legendary. Yeah, okay. So Wayne Brady. Here's the thing. It's like Rick James. People didn't know that Rick James was an asshole, right? Like an entitled, overconfident asshole. And Wayne Brady, he's like the black guy in Whose Line Is It Anyway? Like, let me see if I can put images of Whose Line Is It Anyway? See here. Whose line is it anyway? Like, if you look at Whose Line Is It Anyway? That's it, right? That's Whose Line Is It Anyway? People get in line, right? They all get in a line and they have to improv. It's basically improv comedy, right? And that's Wayne Brady. He's that black guy right there. That's Wayne Brady, right? So what Dave Chappelle did was I don't know if he's that, is that he's very well known to be like a lovable, wholesome guy. But behind the scene, he's like a gangster, right? So you didn't expect to walk in on Wayne Brady. No, like let me break it down. So some of these people that they're just these wholesome chunguses, right? They're these wholesome chunguses. They never get the chance to play a badass, right? They never get a chance to say, "Yeah, I'm bad, motherfucker." Start shooting up and shit, shooting like bam, 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 blasting guns. Where's my fucking money, bitch? Like that kind of shit. So what Dave Chappelle did, what he did this comedy sketch. Like this time, I'm not like trying to like pretend. This is what actually happened, where he gave Wayne Brady the chance to play a badass, and it was like this real Hollywood story about how writing with Wayne Brady was dangerous because everybody knew that Wayne Brady was like, you know how they used to talk about a Suge Knight. Like Suge Knight was like a real gangster in Hollywood. Like he was like, if you were in the music industry and you met up with Suge Knight, that was some dangerous shit. Lots of gangsters. Like Wayne Brady was the baddest motherfucker ever. right? So they did the sketch with him, and I think Wayne Brady must have had a lot of fun with it. I think it must, because like if you're used to being a comedian and you never get to play a badass as an actor, just stretching your legs like that, going all out, it must feel fantastic. Where's my where's my Rigoletto money be? Where's my Rigoletto money be? Blah blah blah. It just started. It was crazy. Anyway, now that we're moving away from Tyrone Biggins and we're moving away from Rick James and Wayne Brady, you know, I don't know much about Wayne Brady's background. I just know he wasn't known for being a badass in Hollywood. He was known for being kind of a wholesome chungus, like just a really smiley guy. Like I don't know much about his background. I just know that like artistically he was always portrayed like a sweet guy, funny guy, and that was the first time he got to. I don't know if he did it again later. Like I don't know if he ever did gangster movies after that. I'm not aware of any. But yeah, that might have happened. Good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome. We haven't gotten into the main uh, how what would I say? The main event, but we will. We will. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to get in here. I'm gonna go about 3 more minutes talking about whatever. Y'all feel free to talk about whatever you want. All right. I may have to switch screens on this because it's looking. There you go. That's a little wider. See if I can make this bigger. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna talk today. Okay, was going into military and chance part in a play sent him on his career to Hollywood. Oh, so he was almost like Sergeant Wayne Brady, Sergeant Brady, or Lieutenant Brady. Okay, okay. I think he's doing well. Like he has steady jobs, and comedy, if you can do it, can pay well. Right, right. She's getting closer, guys. Candace is getting closer. I want to go into a bit into the history of like a very sad event. Like what we're going to be discussing tonight is a very, very, very sad event. We're looking at the death of Charlie Kirk. Like I'm not going to show the video, but we all know that Charlie Kirk was like one of the greats. He was one of the best debaters out there. I think I had in here on my what's this? Central Command forces began launching a third round of strikes this week against Iran after Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. See how they're not saying Iran, they're using IRGC. Blatantly attacked. Okay. Okay. That's a little update. But I want to get into where's my bookmark? Bookmarks. US reacts. Okay, I got some reactions here. But I wanted to get into something about I don't know if I have it here. Oh my god. Like Charlie Kirk debating. I had one of Charlie Kirk debating. I don't know. This is a church getting burned. Another church getting burned in Bushwick, New York City. These are the Candace Owens crazy folks. Oh, I have to react to this. I have to react to this. This is a must. This is like the finale. Like that's gonna be the last thing we react to. But I had some words from Charlie Kirk that I wanted to share. Now I can't find them. I feel a little stupid. But one of the things that made Charlie Kirk very impressive was his ability to speak to everyone with compassion. This is also a must because this is the Hermit King. the hermit king of the internet, Asmongold. He's got some words on her, and I share his sentiment on these things. But yeah, I can't find it. Oh my god. It must be recent. Is everybody talking about him? What did Candace know? Okay, so this is Ben Shapiro doing to Candace what Candace did to everybody else, basically. I got it. This is the original from him. I gotta have this too. Gotta have. Okay. I want to make sure I get these. Charlie Kirk. Volume right? Yes.
If Jesus fed people for free, taught people for free, and healed people for free,
Can you
why
guys
don't
hear
we
that?
do the same?
Churches should.
Churches should? Okay. But why can't we do that on a more systemic level through government programs? Hey, maybe private companies with all of their record profits. Why hasn't Elon put up some of his own private money to help end homelessness?
Because homelessness is not a money problem.
This is a fact people love to ignore. People love to ignore that fact. Some of these people are insane. Some of these people are on drugs, don't want to let go of the drugs. Some people have, let me see how I can put this. Some people have gone through ungodly trauma. To escape that ungodly trauma, they do drugs so that they can escape. Then they get hooked on the drug. And what they do to get the drugs causes them more ungodly trauma, which makes them seek more drugs to forget what they did to get the drugs and to forget the trauma. And it becomes a vicious cycle, right? These are the people that are mentally ill. Some people just like the drugs. Some people just like the lifestyle. They like the drugs. They're addicted. They can't stop being addicted, and they'll do anything for that high, and they're just stuck there. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's a lot of what do you call it? Shelters that are open to them. They won't go. Why won't they go? Because you can't do drugs at a shelter. Number one, you get kicked out. Number two, shelters close. Like you get locked into a shelter by 10 p.m. What does that mean? Well, it means that you can't leave at 2 a.m. to get high and come back. You know what I'm saying?
Homelessness.
Like you're not going, oh, let's feed the hungry. Yeah, well, we could feed the hungry, but that's very different than taking crack addicts and nutty, homeless people and feeding them, because their problem isn't food. Their problem isn't a roof. You could get them a hotel suite. They would break everything in there, try to sell it, and disappear before the 24-hour period was over. Like you could get them the nicest place to stay for 24 hours. They would not last 24 hours in there. You understand what I'm saying? They wouldn't.
Tell that to homeless people. Then.
I have. I say, you know what? Almost every single one of them has either mental problems or drug disorders. It is not a matter of lack of capital. It's that they should either be in an asylum or they're doing hard drugs and they don't want to stop.
Yeah, like one of the Reagan's biggest mistake was closing the insane asylum. And one of the reasons that happened is because there was abuse going on in the asylums. I think a reform was needed, but not closing them down.
We have
the
homelessness.
asylums that Ronald Reagan defunded?
Yes, that was in the 80s. Like some of them, they ran into trouble before that. They ran into trouble around the 40s and 50s. They were already in trouble. The decay, and it got worse and worse in the 60s and 70s. And by the time the 80s rolled around, it was hell. Around the 70s was the time of, is it ancient movie called One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? That's about the situation in some mental asylums and those times and jails.
There are asylums that
I confess I've never seen the movie.
Yes, if we want to talk about bringing back asylums, I'm all for that.
Yeah, like you're not gonna get me because I'm not a leftist. I don't worship every single candidate on the left. Yeah, Ronald Reagan did that. Well, that was a mistake.
I have an entire political party I would put in an asylum.
Okay. Then we
That's funny. I have an entire political party I would put in an asylum. That's a joke. People might take that a little personal, but come on, that's an obvious joke.
All right. My second question is about Mahmoud Khalil. He was a legal immigrant.
In Scandinavian countries, we have housing first. We get them housing first, so they get rest and become able to get a chance. No, that's stupid. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. The only way that works is if you have them in an enclosed way that they can't get to the drugs. This is my take. I'm going to explain something to you. You know why this works for Scandinavia? You know what makes this work in Scandinavia? Does anybody know the secret to why this works in Scandinavia? I know why this works in Scandinavia. Does anybody know? I know why this works in Scandinavia and it wouldn't work over here. All right, I'll say it. Scandinavians. It's because they're Scandinavian. Scandinavians are generally nice people. Now you try to do that, but you bring in 1,000, 1,000,000 migrants, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Oh, it's not stupid? Are you telling me Scandinavians are not nice people? Is that it? I'm going to do some research on Scandinavian. I bet I can prove they're nice. Hold on. I'm going down a rabbit hole here. I'm going to find the numbers here. Okay. High social trust. Scandinavians trust each other more than almost any other population on Earth in sociality. High social score. Interpersonal trust. Institutional trust. Happiness. These are just happy, nice people. You can try to deny it, but there's a fact here that you're ignoring. Maybe you don't even know because maybe you're one of them. Hey, Nina, maybe you're a Scandinavian. You didn't know. Hi. Y'all are just nice people. All right. You can try to get away from it, but you can't run. You can't run from your niceness. It's just ingrained. I'm not being sarcastic. I have the numbers here. Oh my, you're going to make me share the screen. You're going to make me share the screen. This is statistical data. All right. Okay. Let me see. You're going to make me share the data on Scandinavians being nice people. You're going to make me prove that you're nice. Okay. When analyzing data relates to behavior, you see, high trust society, interpersonal, 67% state that they trust totals. You see this? These are facts. Scandinavians are factually nice people. Factually. All right. Look, maybe in your country, my tone sounds sarcastic, but I'm being honest. I got the facts. Scandinavians are just nice people. These are facts. Tone, if I write it, it would be the same thing. They're just nice people. Some of the highest ranking in happiness and niceness, civic engagement, charity. They're very charitable, giving people. I'm sorry. This does not apply everywhere. This is just you. It is stupid to think everybody is as nice as you are. It is. It's as stupid as the lady that, got an immigrant and moved them in with her and her little daughter. And then they beat the shit out of her. And now she's dead because she thought everybody was as nice as she was. It's ludicrous. It's insanity. It's stupid. It's retarded. I would go as far to say it's retarded to look at one place and think everybody in the world is just like me. It's kind of narcissistic too, if you think about it. Oh, I'm nice and everybody must be like me because I am the living embodiment of everybody and everybody's... No, there's evil people out there. You got to realize this. You can't just project yourself onto other people. It doesn't work like that. There's bad people out there. I'm glad that you're nice. I'm glad that you live in a nice country with nice people. Not all the world is like that. Not all the world is like that. Woman, my father died of a heroin overdose. I know I don't want him in Scandinavia. I would not wish that evil upon your people. And he is my blood. Like, I know this. I've known drug users. I've known addicts. I've known murderers. I've known all these people. You know, I didn't know them when they committed the crime, but I've had friends go to jail. I know men that trusted the wrong person, women that trusted the wrong person. It happens in America. It happens everywhere. What are you, a lefty? You're offended? Or is that European bitchiness? The fuck is your problem? Calm the fuck down. Jesus Christ. Can't pay the person a compliment. Okay, so anyway, the reason that doesn't work is because Scandinavians are nice people. They project their niceness onto the whole world. Most of them never lived outside their beautiful paradise, and they think you could just let people in and the whole world is going to be like them, and they're going to protect their beautiful paradise and their wonderful people. Like, know your place. You're high value people, high value society. Don't drag it through the ground thinking everybody's just like you. Disgusting. Don't do that. Protect your society. Protect your people from scum. Keep them away from you. Make sure that if anybody goes there, they have merit to be there. No, you don't. Take your ass to LA to Skid Row. Give them a home. No, I'm wrong. Right? Have the courage of your convictions. You're saying, no, all these people listen to me. Go give them a home. See how it works out for you. Oh, but you don't want to do it with your money. You don't want to do it with your home. You want to make the taxpayer in America give these people homes like they do in Scandinavia. Because even your drug addicts appear to be nice people, and you think that's going to work. So fuck my tax dollars. I got to do what the Scandinavians do, because the Scandinavian people are over here telling me how to run my country. You insane? It's craziness. That's narcissism. Everything must be like me. Everything must be like my country. I know best. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, this is exactly what it is. This is exactly what it is. Suicidal empathy. This is suicidal empathy. People that live in a nice place, have a nice life, don't know what the fuck they're talking about. No fucking idea, no clue what they're talking about, wind up dead. In fact, let me see if I can find that case. I'll try this. I try this on for size. I'm going to have you try this shit on for size. Because we went over one of these cases. Because this is exactly the type. Okay, I gotta save this. We went over a case just like this. No, I'm saving your life. Trust me. I'm saving your life. Okay. Let's see over here. We're gonna go to US Reacts. US Reacts. Okay. Let's go over here. Find the case. We went over it yesterday, I think. Actually, it was the day before yesterday. No, that's not here. Maybe it's in the regular bookmarks. No, we went over it. It's this lady that was from California, I believe, or New York. Here it is.
Or supports ICE in any way.
This is the lady. People have to think like I think. I have empathy. I know the right way to do things.
Any man that
It's usually
has
a white
joined
lady.
ICE, wants to join ICE, or supports ICE in any way has also never made a woman finish.
Mama,
Venn
I'm in love with an
diagram
Arab man. They're
is a
just like
complete circle.
everybody.
And if you
All
think you're
societies
balanced,
are the
they
same.
lied. So it would be over fast.
We have some huge breaking news right now.
We have some big news right now.
We have some terrible breaking news coming.
How dare you call me stupid? How dare you say that can't work in your country? I know better than you. Oh, you're disregarding me. You just have to understand that they just need space first. The hell are you talking about? This is James Carney, an American living in Europe who participated in a pro-Palestine protest. She had just become another victim of a brutal murder committed by a third world and Muslim invader. She posted romantic text messages between herself and the now killer. In her post, she wrote, "The most kind, emotional, intelligent, and self-aware person I have ever known," referencing his love in Arabic while living in taxpayer-funded housing in Ireland. Okay. 43-year-old American, originally from New York, was found beaten to death in her home in County Kerry, where she had lived around 5 years with her teenage daughter. This is what these emotional cunts do. They project themselves onto other people. You know, the fun fact, they did this in the Lego study, and they studied how children play. And this is the way little boys play. Little boys project the hero onto themselves. Little girls project themselves onto the hero. So you will have their Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, right? And the boy will, "Oh, I am Batman. Oh, I'm Spider-Man." They'll become the hero. Little girls will want Batman to sit and have tea. Like, they project themselves onto other things, and boys want to analyze what the thing is and try to embody it, right? So that's a very important psychological difference with women. And it makes perfect sense, right? Because women kind of have to care for kids, right? Because you know what? I'm going to tell you something about men that you might not know. Men can't breastfeed. I know, shocker. Might not be aware of this, right? Might not be aware of this. So they kind of have to have an empathy and a sympathy with this baby, kind of an understanding, so they can, like, you know, carry the baby, right? What do you mean show myself? I'm not a lefty. I'm not a fucking lefty. I've never been a fucking lefty. I'll stick with whatever topic I want on my fucking channel. You telling me what to do, woman? There's no man or woman here that can tell me what to fucking do. It's my fucking channel. Why don't you watch yourself? What the fuck is your problem? This is how they are. You know who's showing themselves? This person. This person is showing themselves. Women always want to barge in another person's space, tell them how to run things, tell them how to fix their problems. What problems have you fixed in your life? What do you run? What do you do that you're here telling me how to do what I'm doing? You think you're going to shame me? There's nobody on the internet that can shame me. There's no one here on the internet that's going to shame me. You can't shame me by telling me, "Oh, well, you have to be like Scandinavia, where we take these drug-addicted murderers and we give them a home first. You got to give them." Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to show you. Because you're acting like you're not trying to boss me around, guilt me into shit. Like you're showing yourself. You're not showing me anything. You're showing yourself. Let's see here. See if I can find it. In Scandinavia, we have housing first. Like, you're not going to treat the drug addiction. You're not going to treat the homicidal intent, the mental disease. This is what she's telling us. Like, okay, like at first I took it like, hey, you know what? This is what, and if you go back and rewind, you're going to say, hey, this might work in your, like, I'm trying to be nice. This works where you live because you people are nice people, right? Instead of taking it as a compliment, she gets offended. In Scandinavian countries, we have housing first. We get them housing first so they get rest. What are they tired of? They don't have a job. and become able to get a chance to get their lives back on track. This is scientific tested. Sure, pal. Sure. Okay, what's next? Knows that you're wrong is not stupid. Well, okay, so now this person from Scandinavia is telling me how America works. Wow, how entitled. Sarcasm. She's pretending I was being sarcastic. I was trying to be nice. I'm just saying Scandinavians are nice people. I have to show her the statistic that Scandinavians are statistically nice people, and she says, "Don't be sarcastic," because this person gets offended over anything, apparently. You're not going to get your viewers with sarcasm calling them stupid. I mean, I might not get you, but you're one person. That's statistically insignificant, just like me. My tone. Oh my God. I have to correct my tone. Okay, let's go. Let's find out. In the argument pyramid, what is tone? Tone. Let's go over here. I have to share an image here so we understand where tone stands in the argument pyramid. Let me see here. Image file. I mean, want to have a debate about this? I'll fucking have a debate about this, sure. Because this is part of the problem we have in American politics. Let's see. Refuting the central point. No, didn't do that. Name calling. Okay. Ad hominem. Attack the characteristics of my authority. Oh, you don't have enough viewers. Oh, you're just an American. You don't know. Okay. Responding to tone. Criticize to the tone of the writing without attacking substance of the argument. So she couldn't attack the substance of the argument. So she's, oh, no, you have bad tone. Okay. My tone is bad. Let me see what else we got here. You called my claim stupid. It is stupid. Like, I do know what I'm talking about. I have dealt with addicts. Giving them a home and a place is something I have tried. I have had an addict, that I'm watching over, because you got to watch him, but take care of this addict and try to get them back on their feet. That doesn't fucking work. Not only that, it's also statistically proven that giving them a place that they won't stay. They have hundreds of shelters where they've tried this. Not in Scandinavia, apparently, but over here, we have tried all this. Wow, you're saying drug users are different of yours? Yes. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Scandinavians are better people. I'm saying they're nicer. I'm saying they come from a paradise. I'm saying they're better people. They're around a better culture. Yes, that's what I'm saying. You don't know how to take a compliment? Don't take the compliment. I don't fucking care. Don't take the compliment. Get mad. Get mad over tone. And don't try to misunderstand when I'm trying to pay you a compliment. Go for it. I don't give a shit. Woman. Oh, she's going to get offended because I say woman, or I say man, or I say bro, or I say sister, or whatever. Okay. Find ways to get offended. Okay. So what, am I a misogynist? Are you calling me? Oh my God, he's the misogynist. All the gender police. Yeah, know your place. Scandinavia. I gave you input. You didn't just give input. You were very bitchy about it. Very, very bitchy about it. I don't appreciate bitchy people, especially when I'm being nice. I'm even showing you that I got the statistics on you people being nice people. Well, not you, but other people in Scandinavia. Like, other people in Scandinavia are probably very nice, like statistically, like just statistically, This is just ignorance. This is just, no, brains don't react the same way. Brains are shaped all the way until they're 20 something. They're shaped by their experience. They react differently. Their pathways are built different. Brains are not just interchangeable. This is another thing that stupid people do, especially the narcissistic ones, that they think, no, people are just interchangeable. I can project myself onto anyone and they're just me. They're just me in different circumstances. We're all the same. The only difference is circumstances. No. If a person has been raised all their life a certain way, that makes a difference. Statistically, people that are raised without a father become very usually bad. They're like have a higher chance of becoming a criminal, of becoming a person that gets into fights that winds up in jail. If you look at the statistic of people in jail, one of the highest factors that goes into it, and addiction, one of the highest factor that goes into it is fatherlessness. The only reason I believe that didn't happen to me is because I had Uncle Sam. I went to the army. I learned to have that as my father figure. I had the military as my father figure. No, chemical response is not the same. You're just making things up. You're just making things up. You're just making things up. Do chemicals in the brain react? That's why we have serotonin reuptake inhibitors, because lots of brains are different. The chemicals in the brains react differently in people that have trauma and abuse in their childhood. Yes, brain chemicals absolutely react differently in individuals who experience childhood trauma and abuse, because the child's brain is highly adaptable. These are just facts. You're just making up things. You're just making up things. No, they don't respond the same to, like, every chemical in the brain reacts differently because they're different people. You can't project your narcissist self into everyone. This is like you're watching live the problem with society. These people that think that they can project themselves onto everybody, and everybody's gonna have, oh, if I think this treatment would treat on me, it's gonna work on Mohammed over here. This is why this woman, that kind of attitude is what, like, this 43-year-old woman getting beaten to death in the apartment that she shared with her teenage daughter. That kind of narcissism. I think I know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to speak out my mouth like I know what I'm talking about. I didn't study brain chemistry. I'm just going to make things up. I think it's the same, so it must be the thing. That's insanity. That's absolute insanity. Speaking about crazy people, we're going to get into Candace Owens over here. Now, the thing about Candace Owens, that is what liberals do, deflect and make things up. Well, that's one of the problems with Scandinavia. They're very liberal. One of the problems with Candace Owens is that she makes stuff up. She just makes things up. Oh my God. Let's show her. Yes, I know what chemicals you're talking about. They're all the same chemicals. You're just making up different chemicals. Stress hormones, cortisol imbalances, major neurotransmitters. You know what the dopamine bonding, serotonin deficiency, oxytocin. Like, these are all the chemicals that have to do with drugs. You don't know what you're fucking talking about. Stop arguing. Just stop. Just stop arguing with me. Stop it. She is America-splaining to an America how the Scandinavian. No, check this out. Texas, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. I tell her, look, check it out, Texas. I tell her, look, you can't, like, these people, you can't just give them a home. You can't just give them a home because they're addicts. And that's what Charlie Kirk was talking about here. Like, she's not arguing with me. She's arguing with Charlie Kirk, actually. Like, this is who she's arguing with. Let me see if I can find him. He was right here. No, here. Maybe here. I'm trying to find this Charlie Kirk post. I think I just searched for it. This is what she's arguing with. She's arguing with Charlie Kirk. She's saying Charlie Kirk is wrong. This is what she's doing.
Fed people for free, taught people for free, and healed people for free. Why don't we do the same?
Churches should.
Churches should? Okay. But why can't we do that on a more systemic level through government programs? Hey, maybe private companies private companies with all of their record profits, why hasn't Elon put up some of his own private money to help end homelessness?
She's trying to make some minuscule point about one drug, how it affects the brain, some insignificant points, right? Points that don't really matter. Like when we're talking about addiction and homelessness, and she wants to make, now she's trying to like move the goalpost, like trying to move the goalpost into something else. So I want to show Americans the problem we have with listening to these foreign people that don't know anything about America, but they think they know what's going on here. And you know, I just want to show these people, right? No. Oh, and she's saying that like maybe it's some kind of misogyny why I'm wrong because of misogyny or something. She's kind of implying it. Let me see if I can find the exact post here. Okay, here it is. In Scandinavian countries, we have housing first. We get them into housing first so they get rest. Oh my God, we have to let these bums rest and become able to get a chance to get their lives back on track. It's scientifically tested. Oh my God, got scientifically tested. No, and she goes on to say, and I say, look, like some of these people, they're addicted. They have trauma. You can't just, they're not going to last. You could get them a room at the Holiday. I told her, look, this works because this works in Scandinavia because Scandinavians are nice people. Like I'm trying to pay a compliment. Like, hey, I don't know where she's from. She's from not here. That's my point. Or maybe Scandinavians are just nice people. Then I look up the data because I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to pay a compliment. And it turns out that statistically, I'm correct. I was just going off my gut, but my gut was right. I find the statistic, Scandinavians are just nice people. Okay, so I'm right. I'm correct. That's why it works in Scandinavia, because Scandinavians are nice. Sarcasm sketch. No, I'm getting scarred. You're not to get viewers. You're going to lose viewers. I'm like, look, you're responding to my tone. Responding to tone is one of the lowest forms of debate. Like, why don't you go against the central point of what I'm saying? These people's problem goes beyond just giving them a place to stay. They're addicts. They're not going to stay 24 hours. You could get them 24 hours at the fucking Hyatt hotels, like, you know, suite, and they would disappear in about 12 hours to go get high, right? And then she tries to... You say drug users are different of yours. Our drug users are different of yours. Well, I'm talking about Scandinavia. Like, what do you mean ours? Are you from Scandinavia or aren't you? If you are, then yes, they are different. I'm saying, yes, that's what I'm saying, woman or man. I would have called you a man if you were a man. I doubt a man would get offended by that. But now she's like kind of like I'm some kind of sexist and shit. I'm like, okay. Like, yeah, know your place. Scandinavia. You're not in America. Don't America-splain to me. You gave me input. You didn't give me input. You tried to tell me that this is going to work. I told you that it wouldn't, and you started arguing with me. That's not input. The input is, okay, you know what? Good. No, you're not. You're just swearing and trying to impress 20 people. By screaming. No, I've done this all the time. This isn't about you. This isn't trying to press. This is just the way I am. But this is, again, responding to tone, not responding to the argument. You see how low you are here? Just not responding to what's going on here. What does this have to do with recovering drug users? Whataboutism much? What do you mean whataboutism? The reason that they can't stay at a place is very important to the point of homelessness. If they can't stay in one place, I also explained that a lot of these shelters, they have an hour limit. Like you can't leave after 10. So if you want to go get high at 2 a.m., you can't stay at a shelter because you're just going to get locked in, right? Like lights out is lights out. If you go back out, you can't come back in. They'll put you on a no come back list and you can't stay at the shelter anymore. You also aren't allowed to do drugs at the shelter, which is why a lot of people don't stay at the shelters. And now I'm showing myself. You're telling me to stick to the topic, like you're in fucking charge of me. Like this is just entitlement. This is just entitlement. Absolutely. Here again, tone. Oh, what about your tone? What about me being fucking right? What about me being fucking right? What about me interrupting Armin? What are you talking about? I do a show with him every day. I get up in the morning, I'm on a show with him. I get in the afternoon. What the fuck are you complaining about? Why are you? What is this? What aboutism? What does this have to do with homeless shelters in Scandinavia and homeless shelters in Skid Row? What the fuck are you talking about? I mean, if it walks like a duck, acts like a duck, maybe brains react the same. No, they don't. I showed you they react differently. You're not like the world. You can't narcissistically place yourself on the world. Can't do that shit. This is the problem we face in America. People from all other countries coming in here to tell us how to work our homeless system. Look at this. The physiology. I don't give a fuck about this physiology. I give a fuck about the fact that they won't stay in one place. Fuck your physiology. You can take your physiologist, fold it four ways, like 1, 2, 3, 4, shove it up your fucking ass. It doesn't help my fucking point. And I don't give a fuck about the brain tissue. I don't give a fuck about the physiology. The fact is that these motherfuckers can't be helped by just giving them a home. That is the most popular leftist stupid talking point that we hear in America.
And under the Immigration Naturalization Act, it says very clear the Secretary of State can deem somebody who has a green card or a temporary visa holder as a threat to the United States of America and against our geopolitical interests, of which Mahmoud Khalil did and is, and he can go make Turkey great again and go back to his country of origin.
He's from Palestine, not Turkey.
Well, he jumped around the Middle East a lot. But the point being, do you believe that being here in America here is a right or a privilege?
Is a right and a privilege.
You have a
This type of person that go to Charlie Kirk, well, you know what? All brains are the same. And you got to do like we do in Scandinavia, where you just give them a home. If you just give them a home and time to rest, they're going to be all right. Like, are you trying to say that all brains are the same? Oh my God, she's taking off.
right to be here?
Yes, I believe anybody has a right to movement to wherever they want.
So you would get rid of all borders.
Yes.
So when you land from an international flight at JFK Airport, no passport checks.
It's not just that. Once these addicts are undrugged long enough, that absolutely changes the chemical structures of their brain, how they react to drugs. You think the drug that's going to make a normal person not have a crazy fit is going to work on a person that's very much used to fucking Xanax and takes them for fun, takes fucking shoots heroin? A person that takes Subuzone, takes I don't know what else, like takes fentanyl. You think that's just gonna work because brains are interchangeable? It's like Texas Troop is right here, like, you know, like but like the brain chemistry and pathways on an addict is not the same. They're very different. They're very different depending on what drugs they got on at what time, what trauma led them to what drug, because the time of the trauma also changes. Like you're looking at the brain like it doesn't take experience like a sponge. It just doesn't work like that.
Oh.
Like, I've literally had addicts in my family that I had to deal with. It's fine to have this, you know, Oh, well, you should, when you have this in your family and you got to deal with this and you fucking cry, you bawl your eyes out, you know that they're going to wind up fucking killing themselves when your father fucking dies of a fucking overdose. And this person comes from far away trying to tell you, explain to you how it works. It's not going to work. Like, I lost my fucking father to this. All right. I don't hate him. I know he was an addict. I understand this shit. I got alcoholics in my families. I've had addicts that have been friends I grew up with. Like, right? Like, you can't just, like, have this, a unicorn rainbow theory about just giving these people a home is going to work. That's not going to work. Maybe in Scandinavia, because those people are super nice, it'll work like 90% of the time. But there's 10% it won't work even there. This is scientifically proven. Get the fuck out of here.
Thank you for so bluntly telling us your view.
I'm a dirty commie, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah, that would be my third question. What is your definition of socialism?
Well, in the theoretical, the abstract, or the practical?
Take your pick.
So socialism, as written by Marx, is when the workers own the means of production.
Exactly.
In the actual practical, it's when a small group of very powerful, pernicious people are able to control the rest of the population under the guise of helping the many, when in reality it helps the few, and you get dictatorship, murder, and slaughter.
Hey, look, I don't know if they grow Scandinavians in a farm and they all just have the exact same life in a Scandinavian farm where they all have the exact same experience in a Scandinavian farm. If that's how that's how Scandinavia or Ireland or wherever the fuck you're from raises people. But in America, people have freedom. And freedom means that they all live very different lives. They don't live the same farm life. Like if you're raised, I'm sorry that you were raised like a Scandinavian pig in a Scandinavian pig farm, right? So like Nina, Scandinavian pig that you are, raised in a Scandinavian pig farm where all you fucking pigs are the fucking same, that's your problem. But in America, we have freedom. We're not raised like Scandinavian fucking pigs, as you put it. Like, I apologize to Scandinavia if Nina here is portraying you guys as Scandinavian pigs. That's her way of phrasing it. Personally, I don't believe that Scandinavians are all the same kind of pig raised in a farm. But Nina seems to think that Scandinavians are all the same pig, raised the same way in the same farm, have the same experiences. But over here in America, what we have is freedom. And that freedom is dangerous. Sometimes some people are raised the right way. Some people are raised the wrong way. Some people make good decisions. Some people make bad decisions, lead to bad trauma. So I apologize to all the Scandinavians because Nina is saying that you were raised like a Scandinavian pig in a Scandinavian pig farm. I want to apologize. I don't believe that Nina is correct about you. I don't believe that you are all raised in a pig farm like a bunch of pigs. I don't know if she's, maybe she really likes truffles. I don't know why this person is saying this about Scandinavians, but I think it's very disrespectful. And I'm going to tell you, Nina, you got to stop talking about Scandinavian like they're fucking pigs. I don't think so. It's very disrespectful.
And the revolution never actually comes.
Okay.
It ends in 100 million people dead over the last 100 years.
What about American companies that function as worker cooperatives, which are effectively socialism in practice?
That is partially some of the tenets of Marx. Of course it is. Like Publix grocery stores in Florida.
Okay. So you're in favor of worker cooperatives then?
I know what the problem here is. I know what the problem here is. No one's ever told you to shut the fuck up, so I'm going to do that. There you go. Not on my channel. You're on timeout. Come back when you're going to be able to not spam my chat with this shit.
Yeah, if it's done voluntarily, that's the key.
Yeah, exactly.
Voluntarily.
I would agree.
For example, in a church, if you go to a church and everyone says we're going to go share this meal, that's a voluntary cooperation. But socialism is not hinged on voluntarism. It's using a gun. It's by force you must be part of this. By force you must give us your money. By force you're going to be part of our cooperative. Voluntarism is something we all support.
All right. Now this is the person that
Jesus
that
fed
was
people
like
for free.
trying to debate these people that think they know what they're talking about but actually don't. Now let's go to the person, like this crazy woman, you know, this crazy
Something, and
woman
that
could
something
be,
is
right? Now when he got killed, people like this, Candace is getting closer. She kept defending or like trying to deflect from the killer. The killer was a lefty, furry person. He was gay. I'm not saying that this has anything to do with him being gay or furry, but he was in this kind of cult, and in that kind of cult, a leftist cult. Yeah, I don't give a fuck who you know. Like I talked to this with Armin. I was like, look, if people disrespecting me, I'm not gonna ban them, but I'm gonna put them on timeout because I don't gotta have this shit on me on my channel. And you know what? I'm not gonna have it displayed on my channel. And he say, hey, that's fine. So everything I'm doing, I got permission to do, and I don't give a fuck who likes her. I don't know how many asses she kisses. I don't care how many asses she kisses. I don't care if she comes here and say, hi, I love you. Hi, how you doing? Hi, I love you. Hi, hello, and kisses every ass that comes in here. That doesn't mean that because she kisses every ass, she can disrespect me. That's not allowed. Yeah, she tried to say that Scandinavian pigs, like Americans are pigs and Scandinavians and pigs. It was pretty disgusting. I'm gonna be honest with you. The way she talked about Scandinavian, oh my god. Yeah, this is private property. This isn't the comments. You want to go, have a picket in the street, have a picket in the street, get a permit if you can, right? But this is not the comments. You have free speech in the comments. This is private property.
getting close.
Candace is getting close. Now we had the furry kill Charlie Kirk, this crazy lefty furry, very offended furry. Very, very offended furry.
Something keep going, and we are definitively getting closer.
October
to
1,
what
we're
took
getting
place
closer.
on that day, and we are getting closer. I think we're close. We are
I think we're
definitively
close.
getting
October
closer.
3,
We're
October
getting
10. Oh, they're getting
close.
closer.
We're getting close. Very close. We're inching ever closer.
Okay, so like as far as I know, like let me know. Like you're saying, Tyler's from the okay. So as far as I know, this guy was raised pretty much like normal, and he went to school, and it was college that kind of drove him over the edge. Like he was raised normal. He was maybe socially awkward, maybe had a little something going on in his brain, like maybe his chemistry wasn't right, because fun fact, everyone is different, right? But like as far as I know, he was like pretty much raised normal. But things got crazy when he went to college, and college kind of drove him crazy. That's what I've understood. Okay, that's
are
kind
now,
of what
I
I
believe,
understood.
extremely
He
close
was
to
like
solving this thing.
raised LDS.
As
That's
I
like
get
a church,
inch
right?
closer
So he was
and
like
closer
raised
to
in a
discovering
church.
the truth.
Okay.
I've got a feeling about that. We're close. We're getting closer to something, and that something
See, November, we're getting closer. Getting closer.
is pretty big. I just sense that we're getting close. I sense that we are getting very close, and we are getting closer, we're getting very close to something. We're getting closer because we are getting close. We are definitely getting closer, very close. We are very close. We are close.
You see how like this is a nutter. This is a crazy person that to protect, like all she's doing is derailing the conversation. This is one of the left-wing attacks on conservatives. Spoke about a conservative person. Like instead of America having a conversation about free speech, about the left and right, not just attacking, basically the left, not attacking the right, and not making it okay to basically shoot conservatives when they speak. No. She made everything about did Israel do it. She derailed the whole conversation about the left is kind of going crazy, right? The left is kind of going insane. Look, I don't really care what kind of church it was, but he wasn't raised to be a furry. Like, I don't think whatever church he is, I don't think he was raised in the church of furryism. I think all that came in when he was in college. Am I right about this? Like, as far as the stories I've heard, and I've seen some videos on it, all this furry stuff and this, like, he wasn't even gay. Like, he was straight until he went to college. He didn't have any of this furry stuff until he went to college. It's when he got to college that all this thing started. So what I would like to focus on here, right? Is the fact that college basically indoctrinated him. And there was talk about some of the groups that he was in. And there was talk about maybe Antifa having some influence on him. Like that should have been the investigation. That should have been where the disclosure took us, right? That should be it. Like no matter what he was, the fact is that when he, as far as I know, when he went to college, his personality changed drastically. He became far left. He became gay all of a sudden when he was straight. Like I understand that some kids, you know, that they grow up to be gay, and this starts when they're teenage years, and that's the proclivity they have, and fine. But if you get to 18 straight, and then you start living with some gay guy in college, and you turn into a gay furry, that might have had some influence. Start doing drugs with this dude, that might have had some influence. You're doing some Antifa clubs with this dude, that might have had some influence. So what the angle that I'm talking about here is, how far did Antifa get their claws on this kid? How far did they go? The John Brown Gun Club and all that stuff? How far did they get their claws in this kid? Why wasn't that conversation had? Oh, because Candace wanted to say it was Netanyahu. It was the time-traveling Anunnaki, whatever, like all her crazy theories, right? That derailed us. We should have had a conversation about the left killing people and whether or not Tyler Robinson and his boyfriend, girlfriend, animal friend, whatever it was, indoctrinated him into all this shit. That's the conversation we should be having. What happened when he get to college? Why did he change so much in college?
We are dangerously close to something. We are dead close to something. And I think every day we are inching closer. Who killed Charlie Kirk? You know, we're getting close. We're inching ever closer. We are inching closer.
Like I know there's some rainbow Episcopalians. I've seen them. I know there's some rainbow churches. I've seen the rainbow churches. I know. I've seen them. But I don't care what kind of church he was in. Even if he was in a rainbow church, he was straight until he got to college.
A little closer to solving the Charlie Kirk murder. I'm getting very close, and we are getting very close. But I'm getting closer. I'm getting real.
You see, what she did is she made a soap opera out of it, and she always had some breaking news for the next episode because she was playing you know how at the time you look at the statistics and you look at the metrics and you look at, hey, what are people watching? Well, women were really into crime mysteries and crime dramas, whodunit, real life crime dramas and all that shit. And she was just basically playing that live for people. And because she was the live version of this, she got a lot of people into it, especially women on the right. She was the live latest case. And if you're used to case files, and women love some true crime case files, I remember even South Park make fun of it. It was a Minecraft thing. Like, okay, so they had an episode that was about Minecraft and how I think it was Kyle or Stan's dad and mom used to watch true crime dramas about couples killing each other, and then they'd go have really hard sex or something. So that's the thing. Like, that's very popular. That's known to be a popular subject that women get into. And what she did, she played into that on the right.
Oh, close.
Lance Stewart was allegedly taking hormones he bought illegally from the internet. His roommate said he was having big mood swing. Talu was in the think of Lance's drama. Like, that kind of crazy stuff is what I'm talking about. Like, this is all unconfirmed. We're just, going off the rumors and shit. But there was crazy shit going on. And now that the court case is coming up, like, that might not be as much in the spotlight, but it may come into the spot.
Prayers are with you, Candace. You are close. We are close. And we're getting closer to the truth. We get closer. We are getting close. We are getting.
This is months already. Like, this started in October, November, December, January, February, March.
Very close.
It's cliffhanger after cliffhanger. We're getting close.
Attacks from every possible angle they can think of shows how close you are. But we're getting close to the truth. And we know we're getting close to the truth. Now I'm getting closer. We are getting closer to truth. What are we getting close to? Yeah. That's my question. What are we getting close to? Candace, I feel you are so close to exposing it all. I think we are inching closer.
Inching closer. She's just closer and closer and closer. What she was closer was defending Tyler Robin. Was that his name, Tyler Robin? I think that's his name. This guy defending the killer and
Getting close to
dragging the
something keeps
conversation
going, and
away
we are
from like, hey, what's going on with leftists killing conservatives and getting away? Like, we just had that one. We had a studio, a news studio being shot at. We had the shooting of a church. We had the shooting of an ICE facility. 2 ICE facilities were shot at. Like, we just in the midst of a whole bunch of shootings that culminated with Charlie Kirk. I think right after Charlie Kirk, there was a shooting, like they called the fire department, and then they started shooting at the fire department. Like, there was a lot of this shit back to back, and instead of having that conversation, the right wing got stuck in a fight with this asshole and other, woke right assholes that claimed it was Israel for some reason. Like, I remember the reason that Nick Fuentes hated Charlie Kirk is because they called him Top Goy. You know what that means, Top Goy? It's like the favorite of the Jews, like the Jews' favorite Christian. Like, Fuentes knew that Charlie Kirk loved Jewish people, loved Israel. Like, that's the reason that Nick Fuentes had beef with Charlie Kirk. Okay, you don't know how to stay on topic. Going back on timeout. I told you to stop spamming with that shit. It's pretty clear. You gonna stop or you gonna stop? Oh, I'm on the wrong account. Wait a minute. There we go. There we go. Now, that's the thing. Like, people wanted to derail this conversation about like right-wing figures getting shot at, about the left wing shooting at people, shooting hospitals, not hospitals, shooting news stations, shooting ICE facilities, shooting at, right-wing people. Like, that's pretty much a problem, right? People trying to like derail the conversations because they got their lefty causes and shit. And now the problem was right-wing figures working interference on that topic. And this is one of the top people that were running interference. Now, this is Candace Owens tormenting Erica Kirk for engagement represents very much worse alternative media and how low people
Marriage
are
is the most awesome thing ever, everybody. It's amazing.
These are the words of Charlie Kirk.
I love you.
I love you too, babe.
Good evening. My name is Erica Kirk. Charlie Kirk is my husband.
We recognize there is something deeply wrong and evil about Erica Kirk.
You see this? Now, I want to remind you guys something. Charlie Kirk was known for picking people to be in front of an audience that he felt were good at being in front of an audience. That's basically something very, very real, right? That's something that happened. That's something that Charlie Kirk was good at, right? So because that's what he was good at, I think there was a very good reason why he didn't put her in front of the people. I don't think that is because she was the woman and she had to be taking care of the home. No. I think that she was never a front center stage personality. She was good at organizing. Maybe she was good at behind the stage kind of thing. Like in every organization, like even people like, oh my God, who's on the right that we could think of that's a good speaker? People on Fox, let's say you Mark Levin. I'm sure Mark Levin has a team of people. Some of them are wonderful, but you wouldn't sit them on stage next to Mark Levin because maybe they're not good on stage. They have other qualities, right? So that's pretty much the situation that I think is going on here. But this bitch, just because she stepped out for a second, maybe not in her comfort zone, and talked about her experience about being the widow of Charlie Kirk, well, this bitch is just talking mad shit about Erica Kirk.
Something is not right with Erica Kirk. It's impossible for me to think that Erica Kirk is not complicit somehow. Erica has psychopathic tendencies. Straight to jail, straight to jail. For questioning at least Erica.
Oh.
What do you think about Erica Kirk?
I don't want to say anything that's controversial. She did it, but I don't want.
You see what I mean? This is like, we got the video, like there was a camera, like she can't, like Candace is pretending. There wasn't a camera like 5 to 7 feet from Charlie Kirk when he got shot. No, it was this magic microphone and his neck and this and that. She's making up things. And like, even with all these conspiracy theories, Erica Kirk, what the fuck is wrong with you? No, okay, look. I think Candace would love the attention, but she would lose the lawsuit.
And we're going to make sure that we honor my husband so well that this whole world knows what his vision was and will be. And it's just, I feel so blessed.
She has to, like, I want to tell you something that they do when you're in crisis training and counseling. Like, I used to work, like, okay, I live in Puerto Rico. We get a lot of hurricanes, right? And when you're taking people's paperwork, because you're like, let's say you're working at FEMA and you got to take paperwork, and you're hearing about this person, they lost their medicine, they lost all their furniture, their house was wood and it's not doing so hot, and or they lost a roof and they need FEMA to go by and put a tarp over their roof. Like, you could be affected, right? You could be affected by this. And the training that they tell you is never cry in front of people that are hurting. Because if you are their support and you start crying, they will lose all hope. You say, hey, give me 1 second, I'll be right back, or I have to go to the bathroom, or I have to consult with my supervisor about something. Everything's good on your end. I just have to check something right quick. And you go to someone and you say, hey, my heart is hurting. I need a second. Can you take care of this person? Reassure them while I go to the bathroom and wash my face and get this out of my system. Because, like, you have to show your best face. You have to show that the troops, basically, you have to show the people that are looking on you for hope that you are there to help. And that's something that she would have been told she has to do and might have heard from Charlie himself, right? So let's keep hearing this.
In honor.
And if his wife was indeed just a widow, she would have behaved like a normal human being, like a real widow who couldn't pull herself out of bed.
I just want to go find you.
Her job is to cry. And then for us to be scolded that it's our fault that she's crying because how dare we try to figure out who killed her husband. And that's what she did this weekend. Again, it's every week. You could set a timer.
She goes, where's Daddy? What do you tell a 3-year-old? She's 3.
This is why there are many people who do not believe that women are equipped to lead companies, because what you are watching here is an unbelievably emotional response. It's a smile. I just could not put on following my husband's public assassination. How did Erica Kirk scam a genius like Charlie? The more I hear her past interviews, the dumber she sounds. I don't get it, shaking my head. He just was.
I'm sorry. What I was saying is that was a wild swing. She went from Erica has to cry, right? And then she says, oh, it's just some people think that women can't lead this company and this person can't lead this company because she's incredibly emotional. Well, which is it, Candace? Is her job to cry, or is it that she can't be emotional because she's in charge of the company? Which is it?
Wasn't a genius on the topic of women. You make mistakes. This is who Erica was at this time. She was auditioning for everything, and eventually she's going to get the part for Charlie's wife. Charlie just really, really, really wanted love, right? And then have to consider that the thing that he wanted most, like he didn't get. And you can even check out this clip, which is that her in a car. I do believe that she has been orchestrating this entire PR.
You see that? She's like Erica's like she's fucking obviously hurting. I see first of Thessalonicenses 4:13. Now, brothers, we do not wish. Okay, you're just reading some Bible passages. Like, I'm gonna guess there's a few of these. I'm gonna let you finish, and then we'll go over them. Okay, Jaxus? Thank you. Appreciate you.
Campaign because she loved Charlie. She loved him like Lyndon Baines Johnson loved JFK. No time to grieve. She needed to be sworn in as the new leader before his body was even cold.
Look at that. Look at this shit. Look at this shit.
JFK was shot and killed, and now LBJ has to step up, unfortunately. But I gotta be.
Look, so this is a double anti-Semitic thing because listen, this is what she's saying. Like, I don't know if you're catching the undertones here. Okay, she is saying the Jews killed JFK and Charlie Kirk, and they put LBJ in charge and Erica Kirk. Like, you got to understand, this is several layers of anti-Semitism here. Like, I know that there's leftist Jews and right-wing Jews, and our problem is with the Marxist kind. I know that there's left-wing Christians and right-wing Christians. My problem is with Marxism, not with any other ism. Like, Marxism is an evil that infiltrates every religion, every race, every profession, every nation, right? That's the battle here. It's not about the religion. It's not about the race. It's about, are you going to individual rights or are you going to top-down control? That's the real battle here. It's not against Jews. It's a battle to protect individual rights. It's not against, well, it is against Islam, but it is against Islam because Islam is against individual rights. Like you want Muslims to not be held down by Islam. And you want them to convert and away from that kind of mentality. It's not against Christians. It's against individual rights. Some Christians to have this top-down mentality. It isn't against a religion or a race. It is against those who want to take away individual rights. And it is a fight for individual rights. These people they either don't understand that or pretend they don't understand that.
To be honest, I don't think LBJ was actually that upset. Realizing that.
And because in her framing, right? In her framing, Erica Kirk is LBJ, right? Because that's her framing. Well, she doesn't think Erica Kirk is that upset. Do you understand the framing that she was making here? Oh, God, I lost some of these. Wait. Give me 1 second. 12, 4:13. I think that was another 14. Okay. So that's the framing that was being given here.
Up at night, just nothing in his life was real. Erica Kirk is the COVID vaccine. Okay, no one can debate this. I'm right. It's a fact. And you're thinking, is this vaccine going to kill us all?
Do you see this shit? Do you see this? Do you see this?
Because it's safe and effective is now suddenly she's a grieving widow.
Instead of nagging my husband, I embrace his hard work.
Like I said,
she's reading what Candace said.
It's a repeat tactic to garner an emotional response.
That's what Candace is projecting. So this bitch is so evil.
To say, look, she's a damsel in distress, and no one should. You just need to feel bad for her.
I can't take this anymore. Sorry, chat. Sorry. I know I'm supposed to go through this shit. I'm supposed to chimp out. I'm supposed to get really angry. It just hurts my heart. It hurts my monkey heart. I can't do this anymore. All right. I'm gonna try to feel a little better fucking hurts, man. It hurts. I'm gonna read some words here from Jaxus. Erica, First of Thessalonians. We call it Thessalonicenses because I read the Bible in Spanish. And Master, make you increase and overflow in love to each other and to all, as we all do to you. Brothers, we do not wish you to be ignorant concerning those who have fallen asleep, lest you be sad as other who have no expectation. For if we believe that Yeshua died and rose again, so also God shall bring with him those who sleep in Yeshua. Like, like rest in God, rest in love. God is love. Rest in that kind of thing. Like, I appreciate your help here, because goddamn, that hurt. Like, I can't, like, I'm supposed to chimp out, but I can't even chimp out because I'm gonna show my humanity, and I don't want to.
Suspect Turning Point.
People are finally waking up. This is Milk Bar TV. I recommend this, actually. I'm going to put this link in the chat because I think this is a good person, and I'm going to put their link here.
USA would be, as I believe, involved in a cover-up. It doesn't necessarily mean they were involved in plotting to kill him, and I've never said that. Cam Higbee is on the
I never said that.
payroll of Turning Point USA, the very organization that just had its leader assassinated in broad daylight in front of the entire world. What about his burial? How come we haven't seen anything about his burial?
You repeatedly questioned why we weren't being told where Charlie Kirk is buried. Did you get those answers?
You have the wrong commentator who questioned that.
You've never asked where Charlie's buried?
Nope. What about his burial? How come we haven't seen anything about his burial?
She has said Charlie's murder, quote, had to be approved by Charlie's friends, and then suggested those friends might have her murdered too for, quote, knowing.
I never said that. The decision was made to murder Charlie Kirk, a decision that very clearly had to be approved by Charlie's friends. Is this going to be the pathway forward? You're going to start murdering more people in broad daylight for knowing? I never said that.
I want you to understand, people were getting murdered. Like, let's look at the context, right? Right before that, a bunch of kids in the church got shot by another crazy furry. Before that, they shot up an ICE facility. Before that, we had a news station getting shot at. Like, you got to understand the context. What she's pretending is that it's the right wing that's killing these people, and she's defending these crazy leftists and shifting the conversation to the Jews are committing assassination plots all over USA. It's not that she's blaming the Jews for Charlie Kirk. It's that in the context of what was happening in America at this time, when the conversation that had to be had, like the conversation that had to be had at this time, the conversation that we would deserve to have is we need to investigate these people. We need the Department of Justice, Pam Bondi, to be on top of her shit, to be investigating Antifa, designating her not just as an American terrorist group, but as a worldwide terrorist group, so we can do better discovery into their communications. We got to find out what's going on with all these people shooting up ICE facilities, shooting up news stations, shooting up police stations, firebombing fucking, oh my God, courthouses. Like, we were in the middle of a lot of crazy stuff. And in the middle of all this, here comes Candace to run cover for assassins.
Said that. I was totally in a cloud.
I think back then it was Pam Bondi. Yeah, I remember she got fired because she was leaking shit, but I never liked her. Never liked her. She did not arrest anybody. Like, the most popular meme of the Bondi areas of the Bondi era was, for the love of God, arrest somebody.
Of grief. Okay, you remember I had to go away to Wyoming just to breathe. Like, what am I doing wrong here that I have to go away and cry for a long time, and everyone else just kind of.
Oh yeah, no, she went away to cry. This is where she was. I had to go away to cry. Bullshit.
I've seen giddy. That's the only way I can describe it. Like, giddy. That emotion shouldn't be possible.
They seem giddy. She shouldn't get. No, you're the one that seems giddy after his death.
Shouldn't be possible, actually. I was in this aggrieved stage, and I really didn't poke my head up until weeks later.
Until weeks later, she didn't show up.
When I could stop crying about it every second. Charlie Kirk, my friend, is dead. First, this is fantastic that Preborn is doing this. I want to remind you guys about Pure Talk. Also reminding you guys about American Financing. Also reminding you guys about GNO Land. Also telling you guys about Just Thrive. You can head over to our website, CandaceOwens.com. You can sign up.
Oh, but she didn't pop her head up till weeks later.
Buy yourself a hat. I still haven't spoken to the press about Charlie Kirk, actually. I haven't even given one interview about Charlie Kirk because it felt icky to me. I think that
she's lying about the interview she did?
In the coming weeks, there's going to be a lot of financial reports that are coming out. And I, first and foremost, do not believe that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. I want to be very clear on that. There's old footage of Tyler Robinson that is now circulating.
I don't want to say much, but there were experiments, programs, brainwashing people. Yeah, this bitch Candace Owens trying to brainwashing us.
And as I get into the intersection, the bolts, there was a vehicle in the lane.
Tyler Robinson that is now circulating.
And as I get into the intersection.
And I, first and foremost, do not believe that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. I want to be very clear on that.
Okay, she's already saying he didn't kill him. This is just running defense. Throwing a reasonable doubt into the air, like poisoning the witness pool, doing all kinds of crazy shit.
There's old footage of Tyler Robinson that is now circulating.
And as I get in,
Candace didn't air the
the intersection, the bolts, there was a vehicle in the lane.
Tyler certainly refers to it as his car, not his vehicle.
Vehicle in the lane.
He wrote me a letter on May 2nd this year.
This is the letter this is the letter I was talking about. Like you got to understand how deep this go, because there were a lot of anti-Semites before Candace jumped in, like the old school anti-Semites, and like you know, they're crazy people too, right? But you got to understand, anti-Semites hated Charlie Kirk because Charlie Kirk loved Jews. Like there were some woke leftist Jews that were trying to guide Charlie Kirk in a certain way, but his problem wasn't that they were Jewish. It was that they were lefties and they were getting all offended and telling him how to talk. So that was the problem he had. He had a problem with left-wing people, not with Jewish people.
First and foremost, that letter he is holding up, he is severely misrepresenting. Those sentences are real. I'm saying you're severely misrepresenting the contents and you're doubling down on your lie. I told you to publish the full letter that Charlie wrote you, not lines of it. Okay? It's a lie by omission.
New York Post got a hold of that letter. They've now published it. Charlie Kirk expressing his love for Israel. No attacks on Israel, just advice on how to fight lies and reach the next generation.
You understand what's going on here? You understand? So that I want you to understand, before Charlie Kirk died, one of the people who most hated him was Nick Fuentes. Why? Because Nick Fuentes used to call him Top Goy, meaning he was the most submissive Christian to Israel. He loved Israel. He loved Jewish people. Why would Nick Fuentes say that? Because Nick Fuentes actually watched Charlie Kirk material, and Charlie Kirk used to throw anti-Semites out. You don't understand what I'm saying? Like, if you know the context and you've been watching more than 2 years, like, you know that this is a crazy flip.
November 25th, I obviously tweeted, Macrons have executed upon and paid for my assassination. I report to the FBI.
We're getting to the bottom of this. Her assassination, sure.
Of course, I reported it to the FBI. I did not at all hear back from the FBI. And I will say, I didn't go through an official channel and send an email, and I should do that.
Oh, you didn't hear back because you didn't send it. Okay.
But I did send a text message to somebody.
I sent a text message to somebody.
Very
okay.
high up.
If Candace is available, we would sincerely welcome her participation in that live stream at our studio here in Phoenix.
You see, you see how you see what's going on here? Like, this woman is fucking evil. Well, she's also retarded.
So I accept it with whistles and bells, everything. I fully accept. You can pick the place, you can pick the time, but no, they need to have it in person in Phoenix on December.
You pick the person, you pick the time. Oh no, they want it there. Well, you said you can pick, and now they can't pick. It's crazy. I gotta take a bio break. I'll be back in 1 second. I'm gonna let this play. Be right back.
15th, or they cannot have me at all. No one, and I mean absolutely no one, outside of my husband and Erica Kirk, has the power to shut me up. There's nobody that has the capacity to get me to shut up about this except for Erica Kirk and my husband. I'm not going to stop unless Erica Kirk asks me to stop. If Erica Kirk asks me to be quiet, I will be quiet.
Stop. To stop.
I just do not accept any of that. Obviously, for this to have been pulled off, there had to have been multiple people involved. There had to have been people at Turning Point that were complicit in having this happen.
You said that people at Turning Point were complicit in his murder.
No, my exact sentence that I said was that there were people at Turning Point who are engaged in a cover-up.
No, you didn't.
I believe
Sorry,
that
you didn't.
thoroughly.
Candice, you didn't say that.
There had to have been people at Turning Point that were complicit in having this happen.
You said there were people at Turning Point complicit in his murder.
Okay.
That's what you said.
I'm certain he is going to probably be doing a lot of interviews in the near future. I just cannot see how this would lead to anything other than a full confession from the government about the military's involvement in his assassination. Like I said, I'm going to put together a fundraiser for you. And I do believe you are a missing piece of this. I don't know what comes next, but I just want you to know that like you have an ally in me, and I'm
gonna go back a little bit.
There's nobody that has the capacity to get me to shut up about this except for Erica Kirk and my husband. I'm not going to stop unless Erica Kirk asks me to stop. If Erica Kirk asks me to be quiet, I will be quiet.
Stop. To stop.
I just do not accept any of that. Obviously, for this to have been pulled off, there had to have been multiple people involved. There had to have been people at Turning Point that were complicit in having this happen.
You said that people at Turning Point were complicit.
12 minutes later, like this isn't the same interview. Holy shit!
In his murder.
No, my exact sentence that I said was that there were people at Turning Point who are engaged in a cover-up.
No, you didn't.
I believe that thoroughly.
Candice, you didn't say that.
Look, Piers Morgan is an asshole, but he kind of doesn't like it when you like try to like lie to him to his fucking face. Like even Piers knows, wait a minute, don't bullshit a bullshit artist. I'm a bullshitter. I know bullshit. I bullshit all the time. You're trying to bullshit me? I'm Piers. I bullshit all day.
There had to have been people at Turning Point that were complicit in having this happen.
You said there were people at Turning Point complicit in his murder.
Okay.
That's what you said.
I'm certain he is going to probably be doing a lot of interviews in the near future. I just cannot see how this would lead to anything other than a full confession from the government about the military's involvement in his assassination. Like I said, I'm going to put together a fundraiser for you. And I do believe you are a missing piece of this. I don't know what comes next, but I just want you to know that.
Another grifter. She's just funding grifter. A grifter funding grifters.
Like you have an ally in me, and I hope you see that I am a fighter. And when I see good people and bad things happen to them, I will fight. We didn't know what it was going to lead to, and I was like, I couldn't have been more deferential in saying that this could literally lead to nothing. Like, hey, this guy said this, whatever, and then all of a sudden.
Okay, you have some context here. Her biggest show was the day Charlie Kirk was taken away. The only reason she keep talking about Charlie, that's probably true. Even Piers can be right twice. Yeah, like a broken clock, my brother.
You guys every day are obsessing over it. Won't let it go. I had him on the show. That was it. Another donor who was at the Aspen event actually says that they do remember Charlie mentioning Erica if, situation.
Yes, that's exactly what she's doing. Oh my God, we got a super chat. Boss is gonna be so happy. Owens went down the question, everything rode so hard. She went down the question, everything rode so hard and fast, she drove herself to insanity. She's crazy like a fox. Like you're not driving yourself to insanity only. You're driving yourself to a lot of gains as far as subscribers. You're driving yourself to a lot of promotions, like you said. Like you guys saw that she's, please try this, please try that. Like she was sponsored by like 10 people. Like she didn't drive herself crazy into the broke house. You know what I'm talking about? And Ehif, I appreciate super chat. We appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Something happened that Erica would know what to do. Couple who said that they did remember it. I cannot stress this enough. The donors who were in attendance in Aspen are telling me that Charlie never said this. We don't know where it's going to. every day are obsessing
Let me go
over
over
it.
that
Well,
one
let it
more
go. I
time.
had him on- Another donor who was at the Aspen event actually says that they do remember Charlie mentioning Erica if, situation, something happened, that Erica would know what to do. Couple who said that they did remember it. I cannot stress this enough. The donors who were in attendance in Aspen are telling me that Charlie never said this.
Do you see that switch?
We don't know where it's going to end,
Candace.
but we are going to keep asking questions until we get clear answers.
Candace, it may be that the person in the media spewing bullshit to the public is you.
That's funny. That is funny. All right. So that Republican has some words. He has words for us. Okay. Hello, Mason. You told millions of people that Tyler Robinson wasn't even there, that you felt confident stating that Tyler Robinson did not murder Charlie Kirk. He was on camera, prone on the Losey rooftop, time, DNA on the screwdriver at 30 quintillion to 1 DNA. Like that's good odds that it was him. Rifle, okay. His parents helped him surrender. Texted his roommate, I'm sorry. Hey, he told his roommate, I'm sorry. Hey, fascist cats. He engraved that into the ammunition. He's going all over all the ways. Like, I don't want to read this all out to you because it's going to get a little boring. Not boring. I wouldn't call it boring, but it's what I'm going to do for you guys is I think this is a good thing to save. Like, if you're ever going to talk about crazy stuff, Candace has said this is a good place. I would also recommend, Data Republican. Yes, I would also recommend Data Republican as a good source for anything. This person has great data on all kinds of stuff, from election stuff to she I think into. Let me pull up the channel. I think like Data Republican went into a lot of. Like right now, she's going into this, but I think she's also gone into some of the fraud stuff. Like right here, oh, this is more about Charlie Kirk. Like this is a topic that okay. This is here she's going into some election stuff. Just like, I think this is a good resource, so I would recommend. She broke yes, thank you. That's what I was trying to remember, because I was like, there is a story that like kind of like got her like into the mainstream. Like she was always like in known, but like kind of like broke her into a little bit more fame. That's the one. Thank you. She did break the USA story the USA story right open. Now I want to go into this video.
I believe that Tyler Robinson
from Data Republican. Make sure I have the volume up. Okay, let's go.
Is it Tyler Robinson, who did not attend UVU, had never been on UVU campus, packed up his car that day, jumped onto a rooftop, figured out how to like jump around like Spider-Man, and just knew exactly where Charlie Kirk would be seated, despite having never been there.
I don't think
Tyler Robinson was there.
You don't think he was there?
No. I think he's a total patsy. I think they get lookalikes and they got everybody wearing the same outfit. I think he played a role, and I believe that what he did was he picked up clothes and he dumped them behind the Dairy Queen. I think he had a role, but I do not believe that Tyler Robinson is the person who was walking.
Just running cover for Charlie Kirk's murder, distracting the conversation about how the lefties are fucking killing the greatest speakers among us, and derailing the conversation from all, like, if it wasn't for people like this, the conversation wouldn't be, did Israel do it? The conversation, because that not even Nick Fuentes thought that Israel killed Top Goy, as he calls him. Like the conversation would be, hey, why are these people killing us, shooting at our facilities, and why is no one investigating? Where the hell is Pam Bondi on this? That would have been the conversation.
In that staircase, I do not believe the person walking in the staircase. And I feel confident stating that Tyler Robinson did not murder. His roommate is a federal asset, Lance Twiggs. The person.
Why do you think that?
Because
she's just making up shit. Oh yeah, Lance Twiggs is a federal asset. Okay, he's federal. Okay, all right, let's go.
The police didn't even question him. Which is, if you run the theory that
the police questioned him, and it's on video. Yes, I'm telling you, this bitch. Like when we tell you that the woke right is crazy, we're not kidding.
A PE patent shape charge, then they all suddenly start to make sense. Why they wouldn't bring the bomb dogs over to where Charlie died was that he was shot from below. Because I watched his shirt go out, and I watched the friction of his body, and I saw that his necklace broke before he was hit. I thought, honest to God perspective, I believe she is a tried and true psychopath.
I'm going to tell you something.
Truly.
There's only one form of redemption for
I'm
right now, not her,
not
the
trying to be
person in front of her
hyperbolic.
right
I
now.
mean-
The only form of redemption for the person in front of her is for the person in front of her to bring on someone like Milk Bar TV or someone like Data Republican, someone who could like just let's go to the videos, watch this, now watch this, watch this, now watch this.
Like clinical.
Just dismantle. Like, you know, Joe Rogan did. Oh my gosh. Joe Rogan did this to some guy that was talking about apocryphal text in the Bible and blah, blah, blah. And then they bought someone else who just destroyed him. Like that. They should have her and then have someone come back on the show and absolutely destroy her. That's the only way to redeem.
Psychopath.
That Erica Kirk is a psychopath? This guy. The only redemption for this guy is for this guy to bring someone on that can dismantle Candace Owens. Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan have shame, if only. I don't know. Like, if I was him, that's what I'd be trying to do.
Ritualistic thing, or
Yeah, so for 2 minutes, the people who orchestrated his assassination, it was ritualistic.
I mean, when you told me at dinner that he was assassinated in the middle of a pentagram,
Mhm.
I was like, "Holy shit!"
Oh yeah, he was in the middle of a pentagram, guys. Do you
When
see the
someone
shit?
sent me an old Freemason Bible, and it showed how they believe that you have to be in a pentagram to sacrifice someone. Literally shows
Someone sent me a Freemason. What the fuck is she talking about? Freemason Bibles. What the fuck is this? Why are we listening to this crazy bitch?
you, like there's a map inside of the Freemason Bible. And I looked at it and I said, Charlie was sitting in a pentagram.
Do you think he was killed because he was going against Israel?
1000%.
Why?
What the fuck is this? This bitch is so crazy. They're all pathological liars, very dangerous people. Yes. Yes. This is Milk Bar TV. Like someone like this guy's already out there. Like I've never seen Data Republican to show, you know, themselves. So I wouldn't want to like I myself, I don't want to be out there, so I don't put myself out there, right? But this person put themselves out there. If Sean Ryan wanted to regain a little bit of his credibility, to have someone like this on and just discuss people like Candace Owens, maybe a little Andrew Tate, because Milk Bar TV knows about Andrew Tate and knows how full of shit he is, how Andrew Tate used to basically run a grooming gangs university. So, you know, here he's saying, Milk Bar TV is saying, watch how Candace Owens painted an overblown picture claiming over and over Tyler Robinson would have to be Spider-Man to fire the shot from the UVU campus roof versus the actual reality. Okay.
UVU had never been on UVU campus. Packed up his car that day, jumped onto a rooftop, figured out how to like jump around like Spider-Man, and just knew exactly where Charlie Kirk would be seated. No, it's the lone shooter who had never been on campus, who climbed the roofs like Spider-Man. The piss poor narrative that you came up with that had kids who had never been to campuses scaling the rooftops like Spider-Man.
By the way, there's like 20 videos of him on campus.
Tyler Robinson scaling the rooftops like Spider-Man. He'd never been to the campus, but he somehow knew how to scale the buildings, running around like Spider-Man.
This is an image looking across the parking lot to the Losi building, and Mr. Robinson is appearing on the exterior staircase, which gives access to the
it's just a staircase.
Losi building roof and the area where the railing was. Now, the individual is now seen running across the rooftop of the Losi building, crouching down and then crawling to the corner of the building. Just until the reported shot was fired, individual then stands up and then moves across the building to the north.
Do you see Mr. Robinson now?
I do, yes. He's just arriving at the corner of the building. Mr. Robinson lowering and jumping off of the roof of the Losi building onto the grass area, and then moving away towards Campus Drive. He appears to be carrying some kind of an object in his hand at this time.
The piss poor narrative that you came up with, scaling the rooftops like Spider-Man, climbed the roofs like Spider-Man, running around like Spider-Man. The conspiracy theory.
You see the kind of bullshit that we have to deal with when people on the right want to like equivocate over like small bullshit. Hey, bitch, is this you about science? I have left the cult of science. Dinosaurs, that seems pretty fake and gay. Science is actually a pagan faith. The history of NASA is occult and satanic. Space is fake and gay. The media said that I was the dumbest person in the entire world. Okay, let's take a look at this.
Actually, what I am somebody who has left the cult of science. Dinosaurs, that seems pretty fake and gay. What? Because what I have now realized is that science, what it is actually, if you think about it, is a pagan faith. Science has become a pagan faith. Yes, that's what I actually believe. And I said, if I don't, you need to learn the history of NASA, of the
Okay, everything is fake and gay because she is fake and gay.
Apollo programs, which were occult and satanic. I'm telling you, space has always been exceedingly fake and gay. The media said that I was the dumbest person in the entire world.
No.
That's how I knew I was smart.
No, I love it. Yeah. So this is one of the Tate brothers. I'll remind you that they admittedly run a grooming gang university out of the UK. Well, it was Romania. I think they were at the UK for some time, and the UK has arrest warrants out for them. Like, these people run a grooming gang university.
Exactly. When the media
That's how I knew I was onto it.
Yeah.
Actually, what I am somebody who has left.
That's what we're talking about. Candace Owen plays an Andrew Tate clip for her audience to help explain why she doesn't need to look at data to know the truth, and why she knows that the moon landing was definitely fake because it feels like a lie.
This clip to be extremely interesting. Take a listen.
One of my habits now is ignoring all data. It's great.
Oh
I
my
love when
God,
people
what the
come to me and
fuck
say,
am I
"Actually,
watching?
We've got the data to prove."
What the fuck is this?
What are you going to prove to me? I can prove to you that the ice caps are melting. There's ice in my water right now. I'm going to leave the water unattended until the ice melts. Will the water overflow out of the cup? No. Why are all the richest, most important people in the world who are
What the
pushing
fuck
this
does that
scam
have to do-
buying
Oh my
beachfront
God.
homes? Oh, but the data says. The data's from the Matrix, and you are the Matrix, and the Matrix is still alive. Anyone who actually analyzes the data nowadays proves they're a dumbass. Have you seen that graph thing, that meme where you have the most stupid
I'm sorry, this is pretty gross.
people and the most intelligent people do the same thing? Then you have the midwit in the middle. Data is for midwits. You know? Well, the data says. Yeah, the data says. Well, actually, I guess statistically.
I want to shrink this.
The
This is too
pharmaceutical
big.
company who sells the jab made the data. Why are you even reading it? Why are you reading it?
This
There
is
were
a little
stupid
better, right?
people who sat there and said, the jab's made of 5G cellular data. And then there was extremely intelligent people like me who said, I don't trust these motherfuckers. And we both didn't get the jab. All the people in the middle were like, well, the data says, and the news said. They wouldn't just make us all take a jab for no reason. Jabby jab, jabby jab. If you even look at data nowadays, you're a dumbass. You should just know. Street smart people don't need data. We've just been around. You know? I've just been around. I just know things because I've just been around.
Point. I'm unable to articulate the natural reaction that I have when somebody tries to sell me garbage.
I had to
can't
skip. Okay,
articulate
I
it when
had
somebody
to skip.
explains to
I
me.
couldn't.
Well,
look, I'm sorry. I couldn't stay on tape. Okay, I apologize. I just couldn't do it anymore.
the moon landings definitely happened because this, and the firmament, and they could get. And I'm just like, no, I don't know. Instinctually, it just doesn't register to me. It just feels.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough, Candace. Now this is a classic. We've seen this one before. We're going to see it again.
You don't believe dinosaurs are real.
So this is the funny one. So this is one of the ones where I'm like, gut. I was like, dinosaurs, that seems pretty fake and gay. Savannah's from Tennessee. She's like, I've never believed in dinosaurs. Like literally, everyone thinks there's like some conspiracy behind it. Say they don't believe in God, but then tell them like dinosaurs aren't real and they fall apart. Like I'm like, okay, so they're just roaming the planet. And I was like, that's really interesting. But then because I got into and very much subscribe and believe and know to be true that there is a Christ conspiracy that's happening right now, which is
listen, there is a person that kind of sent me this clips. All right. And I have to like apologize. Okay, wait. I apologize to you, my friend. I have just watched this. And if you had to suffer viewing any of this retardation, I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that I am sorry you had to suffer this retard. My show is doing great though. So great job. Thank you very much for finding this. It's exactly what I needed. And like 5 LOL. So he knows I'm kind of getting kind of like actually apologizing. All right, because goddamn, like imagine you have to make someone go through this shit, right? Like you guys are like, you know, you guys are suffering, but your guys are like, look, we're into politics. We're kind of wanting to know what the enemy among us is into and how to dismantle them. And I'm kind of giving you weapons to show how retarded these people are, but then you have to suffer their retardation. So it's kind of like that, you know, it's a quid pro quo. Like you got to exchange knowing the retardation to be able to explain the retardation. You understand what I'm saying?
Is the intentional removal of Christ because they want people not to believe in God, but instead to believe in humans. Well, that is what evolutionary theory was about. Because rather than making human beings believe that they had a creator, there was no concept of a dinosaur until 1850. That's very recent. And then within that same decade, they were like, dinosaur bones. And they started finding them everywhere. I'm like, okay, so nobody found them. And it is the case that dinosaur bones, for whatever reason, are always just found by the paleontologists. Like, it's not like you and me walking outside. I'm like, hey, a dinosaur bone.
You don't believe dinosaurs.
Okay, so you had to suffer that. All right. But now when someone says, hey, I just heard this and that from Candace Owens, you can just grab this link and show it, right? You can just say, no. This is who you're trusting about Charlie Kirk. You don't want to do that. See what else we got here. This one's Ian Carroll. This is another anti-Semitic retard.
Yeah, let's see what they had to say about the papers.
At least a couple of days, if not longer than that, before anything was removed from the scene.
You didn't have to give permission to remove the tent?
Me, personally?
Right.
No.
So you're not sure when it was removed?
No.
And were you involved in the decision to pave over the dirt that was under the tent?
At UVU?
Uh-huh.
No.
Did you know that happened?
Only because it was in the news.
All right. But you don't know when or who ordered that?
Nope.
That's a pretty fucking nonchalant nope from the lead investigator.
Well,
like,
because
let's just clarify.
Like you investigate that the day of.
What just happened? This is the lead investigator on the highest profile assassination in decades. His crime scene that he is in charge of gets dug up by fucking excavators like 4 days after the crime. And then
so what?
And paving stones get laid down.
So what? You got the guy, you got the bullets, you got the body, you got a camera that was right in front of it. You investigated the scene. What are you going to keep it intact for a year? What's the fucking problem here?
On his crime scene. And he doesn't know who authorized it. He doesn't know anything about it.
Well, the reason he doesn't know is because he didn't give an order to preserve it. Like, once you say, okay, we're done investigating here, people at the place can do whatever they want. Exactly. They go over it with a fine-tooth comb for the next 2 or 3 days. Once they have everything, take the pictures. It's fucking over. What do you want? Want to make it like a museum? What the fuck do you want?
He didn't have to authorize it. It's no big deal. Nope. Fucking excuse me, bro. Excuse me.
I don't see what the problem is here.
That the lead officer learned that his own crime scene got fucking paved over.
It's not his crime scene if he released the area. Once you release the scene, it's not your scene. It's someone else's private property. You can just hang on to that forever.
He learned that from the news. Listen, I'm no lead
because you wouldn't care
investigator, but I'm just going to go in a giant high profile assassination.
What is the point here?
Is there maybe explosive residue? Is there?
They check for all that. Is there explosive residue? Oh my God, I can't.
The scene of the crime in the grass somewhere. Is there maybe explosive residue? Are there fragments of anything in the grass? Is there anything?
Why does he think they didn't check this in 4 days?
Else suspicious? Is there maybe, for example, at Daily Plaza, a little chipped off piece of concrete where another bullet fucking hit the cement?
Oh, here we go again. Now I know where this is going. Do you guys know where this is going?
And if you pave over this crime scene, you'll never know that more than one bullet was fired at JFK because there's clear.
Right, the Jews killed JFK. Here we go.
Evidence of bullets that weren't the one that hit him. But it's no big deal if you pave over the crime.
No. Remember, the Jews did everything. So this anti-Semitic piece of shit is saying that the Jews killed JFK. Now, I think that the problem is Marxist, and the left and right are within Judaism. They are within Jewish blood. They are within Christian people. They are in white people and black people. Every nation, every profession. You got some lefties ruining shit. It's not about the race. It's not about the religion. It's not about the profession. It's not about Hollywood. It's about the left. It's not about politicians. It's about the left. Are there some bad ones on the right? Yeah, sure. But mostly the people that are trying to work against individual rights are the bad guys. And they're in every nation, they're in every profession, they're in every race, they're in every religion, right? When you blame one religion, when you blame one race, you are running cover for a worldwide Marxist agenda. And people don't have to coordinate. They don't have to meet. They don't need a secret handshake. They work towards less individual right and more control that they wish to have over people. Oh my God, sorry.
I've seen 3-4 days later or whatever. Apparently, he had no idea it even happened. That's super fucking weird. I mean, to me, that seems
you're super fucking weird, dude.
Call me a pan.
You're the weirdo. This is Ian Carroll. Let me see what else he says here.
Is that apparently there was a armed, unidentified man that accompanied him to the scene of the crime when he first found it, and we have no fucking clue who he is. So let's listen.
And it appears to me from reviewing your body camera that there was another individual who was with you that went to the Losi building who was in civilian clothing but appeared to have a gun. Who was that?
I don't know who he was exactly. He had a badge on, and I had somebody with me to back me up as I ran up the stairs to make sure.
A cop. There was a cop there. I'll have you know, Texas. Where did this happen? I believe this was in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think, Texas? Did this happen in Texas? I think it happened in a place where the Second Amendment is in high regard, so anybody could be armed. Number one. Number two, this person had a badge. We're chasing down a suspect. You're not going to start frisking every cop, right? UVU. Okay. I don't know what that means, but no, it was at the U. I don't know what the U, I'm sorry. I apologize. I should know more about where this happened, and I don't. Utah. So does Utah have the Second Amendment? First of all, he had a badge. Like, these are a couple of cops chasing someone down. But I think Utah has the Second Amendment.
I had somebody with me.
So you don't know what agency he's from or where he's from?
No.
And it looked like he had a pistol.
Yes.
Is that right?
A handgun, yes.
Or a handgun. Yeah. And so the two of you go to the Losi building.
Yes.
Yes. Texas is telling me they do have the Second
When
Amendment.
you reviewed the videotape at the police department later, did you check?
So there's a person.
I see. I don't see a problem here. This person is just making something out of nothing. Okay, so now I'm going to get into like Nick Fuentes and why he hates these people, because he used to be the top anti-Semite and these people are grifting into his game. Like, they just started being anti-Semitic and he was there all along. They're stealing his thunder.
So this is no bueno. And now I think you see why I jumped off the ship. Because I'm ahead of the curve. That's the difference. All these other people, they are behind the curve, and so they can't see when the wave has crested. They can't see over the hill. I started to get this feeling a year ago. In September, October, I said, you know what? These people don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. They don't know what they're talking about. This is a high IQ anti-Semite, all right? This person, his evil is way more dangerous. Like, I wish he was on our side. Like, I wish I could have this guy going against Islam the way he goes at Judaism. That's how much I respect his dangerous nature.
They don't care about the truth. They're promoting falsehoods. When they're pushed on it, instead of adapting and getting better, there's this weird cult-like mentality. Anybody that's not going to go all the way on every conspiracy is part of the conspiracy. You don't believe Charlie was killed by Israel? You're with Israel. That's how it went. And so I said, this is not good. This is on its way out.
Gravity's Heavy says, Nacho Nazi. Yes.
This is on its way out. It's attracting all the wrong people. The incentives are wrong. Now here we are. Now you see. Now my credibility is intact because I said it a year ago. That's why people watch my show. They don't want to. This show is not for people to hear what everyone else is saying right now and what everyone else thinks right now. You want to know what everyone else thinks? Watch anyone else. You want to get the information a year in advance about Trump, about Peter Thiel and Palantir, about the war in Iran, about this, you watch my show. People that were watching my show, listening to these arguments, they knew this in November. Now we have the video, and it's 2026 in July, and now it's everybody else still hanging on. Oh, no, here's how we could still be proven right.
That's the problem with Nick Fuentes. He is way more dangerous because he is way closer to the truth. He'll twist one word, make one aspersion, like do one twist to make it anti-Semitism, but he won't go full on crazy. Like one of the greatest weapons we have against anti-Semitism is Candace Owens. She makes them all look stupid. Nick isn't doing that. That's why he's a problem. Because he knows how to thread the line. He knows how to play it close. That's why this guy's a problem. That's why this guy is way more dangerous. I wish to God that he used his intellect against Islam instead of against Jews.
And Jake, Dan, glad you could make it. We are all so glad you could join us last year.
Like he's saying, like, join us. What is he talking about when he says join us? He's not going to say join us on the let's hate Jewish people train, because that wouldn't be smart. Right? So he's saying join us. He won't say on what.
We've all been here for 10 years. We're so glad, Dan, that you could put down your paintball tournament to be here and actually engage with politics at the age of 45. And we're so glad, Candace, that you stopped taking money from Daily Wire to finally tell the truth.
Like saying, hey, you've been paid by Jewish people for a long time, but now that they're not paying you, all of a sudden. You understand? You understand the danger here?
And Ian Carroll, we're glad you stopped delivering pizzas so you can make your YouTube videos. But you guys need to get with the program here. And the program...
I think he used Kanye. I think he twisted Kanye. I think like he opened the door to popularize the acceptance of being more anti-Semitic. I think he used Kanye. I don't think it's the other way around.
Program is not submit to me. It's not about me and my ego. It's about you need to humble yourself and put the facts first. Not the narrative, not the agenda, not the ideology, the facts. Humble yourself, read a...
Yes. Like these people are out there screaming it, and they're screaming it along with lies. This guy, he dog whistles it.
And sad. It would...
Oh, God. What's going on with the internet?
And it would be funny if it wasn't sad. It would be funny if it wasn't sad and depressing and sick and depraved. And like I said earlier, this is actually the clearest cut case I've ever seen of mass psychosis and mass hysteria. This is groupthink. That's all that is. It's not like there's any new evidence today that we didn't have on September 10th from the conspiracy side. None of that stuff ever really made any sense. None of that stuff ever really added up.
Do you understand why he's so dangerous? Like he knew this was all a mountain of bullshit, and he knew how to stay on the anti-Israel train, but say, hey, I'm still with you guys on this anti-Israel, anti-Jewish people train, but don't get on with those people because those people are going to make us look stupid. Like he recognized these people are dumb. I know I'm smarter than them. This is not conducive to what's going on here. This Charlie Kirk was shot by a crazy furry, and it's not good for me to latch myself onto this bullshit, right? So I'm looking at the long game, and if I want the long game of this, my anti-Jewish bullshit narrative to survive, I gotta like delink myself from it. And once the shit hits the fan, all the fans that they lose will either forget about anti-Semitism and realize it's all stupid, or they'll join me. So he's here to pick up the pieces.
Up. All this stuff about, 30-06 would never do that. Why would they repave the grass? Well, actually, it turns out bullets do weird things. And if it was a soft point round, which is very common, 16 out of 17 variations of a 30-07 from Remington are soft point bullets that are designed to fragment upon impact. In other words, not to go straight through. That never made any sense. Why would they pave over right away? I don't know. Maybe it's traumatizing to have a corpse with all its blood pouring out in the grass when people are trying to go to class at their university.
Not only that, Ian Carroll was trying to say, bullets aren't supposed to fragment when they hit a deer. How are you going to eat the deer meat? Motherfucker, you don't know how to clean. Oh my God, you don't know how to clean a carcass? You fucking idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. Let me see. Okay, that's going to be the last Nick
10
Fuentes.
months, 10
by Candace
months of Egyptian planes, maroon.
Oh, that's another thing. Candace was going on and on about some Egyptian planes having something to do with the assassination.
10 months of Egyptian planes, maroon shirts, energy weapons, palm pistols, hand signals. What about that guy that got up and said he shot Charlie?
Okay, Texas, like I know you're right about this, right? And I'm not going against this at all, but check this out, right? So this retard this retard Ian Carroll, the guy we saw, the mustache guy, right? He said, "Oh, well, bullets don't do that, because if bullets did that, then how are you gonna eat the deer meat with all the bullet parts in there? They're not supposed to fragment." It's like, okay, you've never gone hunting in your entire fucking life. That's what he's telling me. Like he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Charlie, a 30-06 could never do that. That's not the entry wound. That's the exit wound. He was shot from behind. 10 months of this, and you're telling me the entire time they had a video of him doing it? This whole time, ever since September 10th, the prosecution had a video of Tyler Robinson climbing to the roof, taking the shot, taking apart the rifle, and going away.
I'm glad the prosecution kept that close to the vest, because that just tells me, oh, these people just showed their ass. Like, I'm glad that they didn't reveal that, so these people could make up their stupid conspiracies and look like a bunch of dumbasses.
According to people who were at the hearing, they say that.
No, but he was shot with like hollow points are more for handguns. I think there are like other rounds that kind of go hollow point. I mean, I was in the army, but I'm not like a bullet expert. But hollow points are usually used more for civilian use, because kind of the point is that you don't want that bullet to hit a bystander. So like if you're a cop, right, and you have to like use deadly force, you don't want to hit a bystander because you're using a full metal jacket and that bullet went straight through. With a hollow point, that bullet is going to stop in the bad guy. That's kind of why they use it. Yeah, it's like he never heard a bird shot. Like, oh my God, you can't hate the bird then?
That is exactly what the video shows. Now, you would think I'm going
to be clear. I'm not like a super experienced hunter. Like most of my time I spent either in military, at least in the United States, most of my time was in military bases and in Florida and, Puerto Rico. Oh, cool. Excellent. Okay. But you understand what I mean about the law enforcement use, right? And another thing, this is something that these people don't do. Like, I will admit the limit of my knowledge. I will, if I'm wrong, I'll go, okay, you know what? Maybe I was wrong about that. But these people, they are wrong and they triple down. You understand what the problem is there? Like, they tripled and quadrupled down on being absolutely wrong. Like, I realized, hey, you know what? I'm just a monkey. I could be wrong about some things. Maybe if I Google some stuff, I'll get a little closer to the truth. I at least have a little humility about it, right? But these motherfuckers, no, that couldn't possibly happen.
This evidence would put the case to rest, right? Charlie Kirk was struck in the neck, died instantly. 1 shot, 1 kill, 1 entry wound, no exit wound. We got the murder weapon. We have the killer's DNA on it. We got video of him placing him at the campus, video of him pulling the trigger. He confessed. His parents turned him in. The boyfriend testified he confessed. We got text messages, Discord messages, a written note. You would think that would be enough, but rest assured, here's how it's going to go. Today, the conspiracy crowd says that video is not as described. We have not seen the video. We don't believe what you're saying about what the video shows. So what happens when the video comes out? Now, like I said, I'm withholding judgment. We haven't seen it. We don't know. This is how it's been related and represented to us by people that have seen it firsthand. But if or when this video is revealed to the public and it shows precisely what people said it did, are people going to put this to bed and say, it's over, Tyler Robinson's a killer, case closed? I think they'll just say it's AI. As that's how all the other...
Yeah, they are going to say it's AI. That's exactly what they're going to do. Because anything to prove
been treated so far.
Anything to prove that it wasn't the lefty furry. That's the horseshoe theory. The woke left say, hey, it's okay. He deserved to die. And the woke right says it was the Jews.
If we have video of Tyler Robinson on the scene, those were decoys. If we find DNA on the rifle, they say it's fake. The methodology's flawed. If we have a text confession, well, why did they take a screenshot of it? Oh, they have the data? Well, the software to retrieve the data came from Israel. And why would he confess anyway?
Oh, the software, right. So Israel. So fuck. That means we can't use any computers. Oh shit. Like you can't build a gaming PC without parts from Israel. I guess we're all fucked then, huh?
Way, would you confess? I don't know. I'm not a 19-year-old that assassinates a Turning Point guy. Maybe. That's how all the other evidence has been treated. So,
you know what? I just noticed that push-up. That is kind of funny.
What do you think is going to happen when we finally get the video of Tyler Robinson shooting Charlie Kirk? As we all know,
I don't think we'll ever get that video. The close-up, I think that's, at least for a long time, I think they're going to hide that.
Oh, they'll just say it's fake too. That's fake. Are we sure it's him? That doesn't really look like him. It's grainy. It's a decoy. It's a body double. It's artificial intelligence. But it is truly mind-blowing that it has gotten this far. People pulling on every thread, exhausting literally supernatural explanations. We literally arrived at time travel and magical powers.
That's Candace Owens. She's the one that arrived at time travel.
In the astral realm. Not exaggerating. Those are all things that were said with complete sincerity before people would just say, yeah, a left-wing teenager, a left-wing autistic teenager shot a right-wing activist. Like, that's the craziest thing. Oh, it's a big coincidence. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of happening all the time.
Exactly. That's why he's dangerous. Because in all his logical, rhetoric, he slips in blaming Israel for stuff. Like, he slips that shit in. That's why this guy is dangerous. That's why I wish to God one day, like, I don't know, he slips, falls on his ass, and flips to say, you know what? I'm going to use all my powers against, like, fucking Marxism and fucking, Islamic invasion and all this kind of thing. Because this motherfucker is dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And that kind of thing is something you'd want to use for good, and it's being used for evil, and I don't fucking like it. Megyn Kelly confronted with the reality, the insanity of Candace Owens. I saw this already. We're a little bit over, and I wanted to get to this one. Let me see how long this is. 3 minutes. I'm not going into this. Look, Megan, we'll do it next time. Like my guy, he did real good in getting me this information. We just went a little bit over time because I had to confront someone being like, nasty in the fucking comments at me while I was trying to be nice and shit. But yeah. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Ben Shapiro to close it out.
You want to talk about suspicion?
Now, what Ben Shapiro is about to do here, and I haven't seen him in a while, but what he's about to do here is become Candace Owens to Candace Owens. He's gonna do to Candace Owens what she did to Erica Kirk. It's what I haven't seen this, but I heard it's hilarious.
You want to talk about suspicious? She got married in what is easily the weirdest love story of like all time.
What a weird aspect ratio. Okay, 612. Okay, I don't know about that. I'm gonna take it down to 360 because we don't need like high detail. I just need the video to be synced. Okay, here we go, Ben.
You want to talk about suspicious? She got married in what is easily the weirdest love story of like all time. I mean, she met her husband, George, and she barely knew him. And then they just got married. That's it.
I'm pretty sure like the Tates introduced them. I'm pretty sure. I'm not absolutely sure, but I'm pretty sure. Like it was a party. The Tates were there. And there's a lot of people at that party, actually. But I don't remember too well.
Op, okay? We're not stupid. We're not stupid. Okay, we're not stupid. That's an op. That's an op. Candace supposedly attends a crowded dinner party consisting of like 30 people. You want to guess who else was seated at that exact same table? Charlie Kirk. Is that a coincidence? He was there when she met her husband. It was at that exact event that she met George Farmer, who was the wealthy son of prominent British Tory peer, Lord Michael Farmer. Here was Candace describing this with her husband, George.
I sat next to you, and you basically said nothing to me.
Correct. I did what I've done for the past 6 years. I just said nothing.
And it worked.
And it worked. Yeah,
It
there we go.
absolutely
And then you
worked.
married me, so I have no idea why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
18 days later,
Yeah, that's right.
we get engaged.
And I called her and I just said, listen, I know this is completely crazy and we've just met, but how do you feel about getting married to me?
Just real quick. I missed the bit where there was any sort of...
There was literally nothing romantic had been said up to this point.
Okay. Wow. It's very romantic. Nothing is said. Okay. 18 days later. Oh, that's weird.
Okay.
I mean,
Money. Like someone here has an idea what could have happened.
So I missed...
I guess that maybe that marriage is fake and gay, huh? Now, maybe that's what's fake and gay, her marriage.
It's nothing.
We hadn't gone on a date. We had not talked about marriage or the future or anything like that.
All right.
And and she said yes.
Weird, because, there it is. I mean, does that sound natural to you?
That's Candace getting canned like an ace. Canned ace. And now here, this is the Hermit King. The Hermit King of the internet has some words.
We should Candace panicking.
We
Candace
should
is a fucking retard.
listen to the Hermit
Candace
King.
is a retard and sing Candace
respect.
panicking. Candace is a fucking retard. Candace is a retard, and the moment anybody that takes her seriously is also a retard. Does she say things that I agree with occasionally? Of course, a lot of people do. I mean, there are things that I agree with Karl Marx on. That doesn't mean that he's right. Doesn't mean he's not a retard.
You understand? Maybe consumerism is a bad thing. But fuck Karl Marx. You understand what I'm saying?
Sing Candace panicking. Candace is a fucking...
I don't know why the internet is getting so iffy now.
Retard. So, I mean, she's trying to make a buck off it. Well, I think that Candace Owens wrote herself into a corner with getting so extreme that she's basically attracted some of the most mentally ill people inside of her audience. And because of that, I think what happened is that she kind of... It's like once you start riding the tiger, you can't get off. You can't stop being that crazy conspiracy theory person. Once you cross that Rubicon, you don't go back to being normal. That's it. The bridge is burned. She's not wrong for asking questions.
Warranted.
She is wrong for asking questions because they're stupid questions. Like this whole, I'm just asking questions. What if it was alien Israeli Mossad Jews that shot Charlie Kirk? No, I don't want to hear you. Oh, I'm just asking questions. It's just a question. What if it was the robots? What if it was Israel? What if it was Benjamin Netanyahu that called out a hit on him? No, it's just fucking retarded. Bitch, then you'd be dead. That's the reality. Oh, well, Charlie Kirk, so this is the reason why they're going to kill Charlie Kirk is because, so Israel has this huge plan and they're going to control everything because, the Jews control it all. And now they're going to kill him because he's going to expose it. What are you doing? What are you doing right now? What are you doing? You're doing it. You're
Like at that time, her show was getting as much play as Charlie Kirk used to get. Like if Charlie Kirk was such a danger, so was she. Like this is a crazy premise to begin with, but I think that's an excellent point.
So why aren't you dead? Why haven't they killed you? There's no logic. There's no reasoning.
I think Asmongold is absolutely right about this. Okay, so here, Ben goes into this for half an hour. I'm going to watch this for my own entertainment, right? But I'm going to put Ben's link here so you can watch his full show making fun of Candace. And I'm going to guess something. I'm going to guess that when he makes fun of her, he's going to clip in the crazy stuff that she has said. Like, you remember how said, oh, you got married in 18 days to a guy you didn't know without having going on a fucking date with him? Well, that's weird. And he put the clips in to prove what he was saying. I'm sure he does that this whole fucking half hour. So if he goes full Candace on Candace, I'm going to watch it with popcorn by myself. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to probably do it tomorrow. Like, I'm going to be real with you guys. I've had a terrible headache since yesterday. Like, you know, I did like kind of have, I was in an accident a long time ago, and sometimes it gets to me and I have my bad days, sometimes bad weeks, and I'm going through a bad one these days. But you know what? Sometimes it's good to have someone here to like talk about stuff with. I haven't even promoted myself or the link or the channels or anything. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Let me see. I'm at 590. The goal was get to 600 today. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to 600 today subscriptions. If it's at all possible, I would appreciate any subs that want to come my way. I would definitely appreciate it. Yes, I will do that, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm definitely going to do that tomorrow. Today, you know, like I said popcorn, but that's what I'm, you know what I'm going to eat. I appreciate you guys being here, and I really appreciate like, you know, all of you for you know, being here with me, understanding me, like even understanding how I'm not going to put up with a lot of bullshit. I've had a terrible day within my body, like within my brain, within the pain of all this shit. I have had a bad day. We all have bad days. You got to push on through. And if there's anything that helps me push on through, it's you guys in the chat. You guys motivate me to keep on going. Hey, you know what? That's one thing that, hey, no, whoa. This is a much better movement. Globalize the empanada, empanadillas, pastelillitos, alcapurria, pinchos. Pinchos is like shish kebabs, but Puerto Rico, we really love them. We make pork shish kebabs and put like, you know, soft bakery bread on the tip. So, you know, just to pick up the grease, not the grease, the sauce. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's what we need to globalize. Good food. And I want to appreciate you guys for being here. I could not watch this crazy stuff on my own. I could not. Let me put the link to my channel here for you guys in case you guys want to help me get to 600, because that was the goal for today. I'm trying to show Armin that I can make it, that I can entertain you guys. Some people are gonna get mad because I'm a little rough on people sometimes, and I go off and I say, look, you know, some things I'm gonna allow, some things I'm not. Sometimes I'm gonna use people words against them when they're getting too sensitive about some bullshit. I hope whoever can forgive me. If they can't, oh fucking well. But it is what it is. We're at 590. You know, I'm doing my best here. Like, leave a comment, leave a like. Let me know what you guys, you know, let me know what you guys think. Let me know. Leave a comment and tell me if I'm doing good, if I'm doing bad. Thanks for staying with me. And I really appreciate you guys. Oh, wait. We have a new one. We have a new one here. I'm going to end with this last one. I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to put the link out again in case you guys want to follow me. Maybe we get, like, I'll show the goal later, see if we got there. All right. There's the link in case any of you guys want to follow. We got to get to 600. That's the goal. We're trying to get to 600. All right, let's go one more from the Hermit Kid. This guy, he's like super humble. He's center right. He's not like super right or super left. He's more center right. But you know, he does speak it like it is, and he keeps it real. I'm a big fan of this guy. I was one time on his show actually. It was like 42,000 people there. We were talking about a game I really like, and it was a lot of fun. He treated me with a lot of respect, which I didn't expect because he didn't agree with me going into the premise. I wound up convincing him actually, but you know, I really like the guy. I think he's cool.
Overwhelmed right now, Mr. Vice President. I'm just so overwhelmed. Dab, dab, dab. No tears. I'm so overwhelmed. And he was probably like, oh my God. And my kids, I just don't want my kids to be an orphan, Mr. Vice President. I know, I'm so sorry. That's what I think went down.
What a nasty fucking bitch. I really hope that the Charlie Kirk thing, I hope that this sinks these people.
Why did it do that? Why does it do that?
Right now, Mr.
Bitch. I really hope that the Charlie Kirk thing, I hope that this sinks these people's careers. I don't think it will, but I hope it does. What a bunch of nasty, disgusting people. Really? How disgusting and nasty and weird. I really like Candace literally accused Erica of offing her own husband. I know, but you know, again, I'm glad to see more people saying this. She should get the Alex Jones treatment for this. Maybe, I don't know. She lost it. I mean, losing it implies that she ever had it, which I don't know if that's necessarily true either.
All right. We're going to be closing soon. What I wanted to get to some very relevant comments over here. I'm part Puerto Rican. What the fuck do I know? Oh, you knew. You knew. You knew. Ha ha ha. You know about the food, brother. So, you know, there is that. And over here, hey, Monkey, I think you might like someone. Name's Nuxtaku. Yes, Lord Nuxanor, Nuxtaku. He was on with Goldie and Armin. I have been watching him from many, many years. He's kind of like my inspiration in doing what I'm doing, because he's a person that he kind of has his family life, like his mom, his woman, his family, and he doesn't want like his woman to be mixed into this shit, or his family. I don't know if he has kids, but if he has, that's his problem. Like, you keep it separate. Like you know, he wants to have like a separate life, and he knows that sometimes going at these nasty people, or like people within his circle who get really, really bitter, try to not like you notice that when I had a disagreement with this person earlier in the stream, they stopped calling me Monkey and started calling me Sketch, like trying to bring up my old name, like trying to dox my old identity. Like, I don't give a fuck, because I've been known Sketch here for a very long time. But you guys notice that, right? Trying to get offended, trying to like do that kind of shit. Like, there's people like that, and they'll come among you and they'll kiss everybody's ass, but they'll go attack the most effective among you. And they'll use their friendships. Oh, guys, protect me. But you gotta know, they come in and kiss everybody's ass, but they'll do that type of shit. And that's why some people like to keep their private life separate, because there's nasty people like that I saw the sketch. Like, yeah, you guys saw it. Like, some of you, like, who's Sketch? Like, that's the kind of shit, right? Like, you got to notice that shit. Like, oh, I see where you're going with this. You're trying to like hurt me and find a way to hurt me, and you think that's going to hurt me, or that I'm trying to hide that, and that's why you keep highlighting that, right? Or you're trying to attack me because you're trying to call me a misogynist, you're trying to call me this, trying to call me that. You're trying to attack me by that because you think that's going to work, but you're just showing yourself, right? And you're going to notice that those people, they come in the door, they kiss everybody's ass. Right? They kiss everybody's ass, but then they go attack, like, you know, some people that are doing the most. We had that today in the group show. Some people like trying to interrupt, open the mic and interrupt Jeffrey. Jeffrey's one of the people that does the most, like, within the group calls. Like, he's always on point there, trying to find the best information. And this person's trying to open the mic and trying to interrupt him and talk shit about him in the chat, right? So that kind of people you got to be careful of, right? So that's why I kind of detected that shit, that oversensitivity, And I'm like, nah, fuck this shit. I'm not putting up with this. I'm not placating it. I'm like, no. Oh, really? Oh man, I'd hoping that stuff gotten better. I'd hope that stuff gotten better, but it is what it is. Yeah, man. Yeah, like that type. That like I. You got to notice what they were doing to Jeffrey over there, and you got to notice that kind of people. So thanks for standing by me too. I really appreciate that. I really do. Now, oh my God, I'm 5 away. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna make it to 600. Let's see. Let me see if I can add this to the stage. I doubt I'm gonna make it today, but you know what? We can make it tomorrow's goal, right? I guess I can make it tomorrow's goal to get to. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it to 600. I'm 5 away, but I don't think I like. How many people are in the audience? 53 people. You're probably all subscribed already. We're 5 away. Like, let's give it. You know what? I'll give it 5 minutes. We'll stay until 11 to a quarter to 12. We'll stay to a quarter to 12. We'll talk about whatever you guys want, and at 11:45 I'll refresh, and we'll see if it is what it is. Oh my God! Look who is here. Hey, how you doing? This person is in our group, and you know what? I was very impressed with some beautiful words that she did. Some poetry that this person, like I was moved, and it felt like bars, like straight up bars. Like, my God, I want to make a song with this. It was so beautiful. Sketch, what's the meaning of life? Life is love. That's the meaning of life. Love. Do whatever thing you can for love. And God is love. Everything is love. You don't have to believe in God to believe in love, because if you believe in love, you believe in God. God is love. Believe in love. I hope you believe in love, Sam. I know, like the poetry that she made was very beautiful, but it comes from a place of understanding harsher stuff in life, and sometimes you go through that bad stuff to get to that good stuff, right? Like, oh my God, there's a song that says, "Oh, you only love her when you let her go," but it says, it talks about, like, let me look for the lyrics, because I'm not, I don't remember it too good, but it kind of goes into like how you need the dark to appreciate the lights. Passenger, let her go. Okay, let me see if I can find the lyrics. Let me see. Oh my God. We love you, Sam. Everybody show Sam some love so she knows that we all love her. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Like, it kind of goes on like that. Like, Yeah. You're getting some love. There you go. I hope you're feeling that love. Hey, Noah. Hey, don't get jealous. Okay. Love you too, buddy. Yeah. You know what I think I could do to end it? Like, there's this song about like, I could review a song. There's this artist. What is this? What did I do? Remind me later. I don't know what did I do? Text him? No, I don't. What the hell is this? What is this madness? What do you? Okay, I think this will fix it. No. All right. I got it. We're gonna react to this. This is how we're gonna end it. We're gonna react to this. Now, this is an artist that loves reactions and reactors. So, like, you know, I'm thinking this is pretty safe, right? Because he's like he says, look, if anything ever happens, like it's a misunderstanding because I love reactors. Lots of people react to this guy. So we're gonna learn a little bit about, you know, he's gonna talk about how to be yourself. How are you yourself, right? This goes into what's been going on with Erica Kirk, right? Because, you know, what is a wife when the husband's gone, right? What is a brother when the sibling's gone? What are you when people close to you die, right? Like this person kind of went through something like that and they made a little song about it. It kind of gets to me sometime. I won't say that monkey ever has tears. Monkeys don't cry. Yes. I mean, yes, exactly. But are you still a wife? Do you ever know how to stop being a wife? Does that ever go away? Do you kind of lose a part of yourself? Does part of you die? Are you ever yourself again? Or does part of you will never be the same again? These are important questions, right? So I'm not going to say that this makes me cry. I'm not going to ever admit that monkeys can even cry. I don't know if that's even a possibility. But sometimes our little monkey hearts swell and feelings get caught, like they kind of rise up. And you could get a feel stuck in your throat like a knot. And it makes it hard to express yourself. Like I have gone through that. Sometimes this song can do that kind of shit to people. So I'm going to let it play. This is live.
I don't feel safe in this bed. There are voices in my head. I've been talking to the dead, and the fear baptized me. My kingdom turned to dust, and I watched all my riches rust. Have I lost the Midas touch, or do sad eyes blind me? Over and over we go.
So you understand why I bring this up, right? Because I'm sure that this is kind of like, you know, like Erica Kirk, you know, like that. She might have gone through some shit like that, right? Like, you know, you think you're at the top of this kingdom with your king, and then someone shoots your king, and you watch your kingdom turn to rust, and you think, you know, I thought I was doing everything right. I thought I was raising this kid right. I thought I had my man's back, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I did something wrong. People start to blame themselves and shit, man. That shit get bad. It gets real bad, right? So it affects some people. So I wanted people to hear the song, so you guys could like hear, like maybe she went through some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me let it play.
Over the hills and the valleys below. Oh, and it follows me home, and it suffocates me. No, I can't breathe.
Like she's gonna feel a little lost because maybe all she knew how to be was be Charlie Kirk's wife, and now you gotta be Charlie Kirk's widow. Like you forget how to be your, you know, all you know how to be is your parents' daughter, your parents' son. and then you lose your parents, and you're like, I forgot how to be myself. I don't know what myself even is anymore without this person in my life. So like I kind of understand, and I want to put this song he dedicated to a friend of his that kind of jumped off a bridge nearby there, right? And he felt a lot of like guilt, he felt a lot of pain, and he felt like, I've lost my friend. I don't even know how to be a friend anymore. I've lost my best friend, right? So he felt that pain, and I felt like that pain kind of translates to a lot of people that forget how to be themselves when their loved one ain't there no more, right? I'm gonna just let it play again.
I don't feel safe in these halls. There are bruises on the walls. There are bodies in the floors, and they breathe so loudly. I wish I could move.
I think what he's talking about is like when you go to the house where you live with a person, like you live with this person, right? And this person with you a long time, right? And there's piece of people that's not there anymore. You feel haunted. You hear their voices in these halls because you've heard their voices in this place for years. You've heard their voices in this call in these halls. You've heard the children play with dad, and he's not there anymore. And you know, and you got to go through this shit. That's why I think Candace is such a nasty bitch for going after Erica, because I know Erica probably went through some shit like this, right? Forgetting how to be yourself, being haunted by the place you are. Everything you look at is reminding of you. You know how to be Charlie's wife, but you don't know how to be nothing else right now. You forgot how to be yourself. You don't even know what you got to be right now. You got to be something you're not. You got to transform yourself to something you never thought you'd be. You thought you were going to get to old age. You thought you were going to be like old people together on that balcony, but now that thing is gone, right? So you forget how to be yourself. So I thought this song, it kind of like, you know, gets to you, like gets you to understand, right? Like she got to be going through it, and have that bitch Candace talking all that shit that pissed me off, right? But I wanted like to like, you know, I wanted to kind of like to put you guys in her place. Like I want you to feel what Eric feeling. Like this is not exactly the same thing because it's a different situation, but it's a little bit about mourning, right? It's a little bit about you knowing how it feels to be in that place where you're mourning. Yes, good morning. But like hi, you know, you just came into the chat. So I'm kind of explaining that this song is about mourning, about loss, about losing someone you love, and how you forget to be yourself. And I wanted to chat to, you know, to see, you know, that perspective.
Get up and walk right out this tomb. Do our saviors die too soon? For my sins surround me. Over and over we go, over the hills and the valleys below. Oh, and it follows me, follows me, follows me, follows me, suffocates me. I forgot how to be me.
It's about to get more personal, more about his story.
When he gave up the fight, a quick decision late in the night that stayed with me for all of my life. I miss you so.
So, like the story he's telling about is like kind of more personal to him about how he lost. He had a friend, right? He had a friend that kind of like went off a bridge because his friend had a bad breakup, right? And for a long time, he was thinking about doing it himself. He was thinking about taking the plunge himself, right? But his friend went first. His friend went first. He had a sickness. His sickness was he had Lyme disease, misdiagnosed. NHS told him it was all in his head. Gave him a shitload of psychotropics, made everything worse for about 10 years. Point being, right, he felt so bad sometimes, his body felt so bad that he just wanted to give up. But, you know, unbeknownst to him, his friend had really bad breakup, did it himself, just gave up, right? Gave up the fight, jumped off that bridge, right? And he had to go through it, like go through it. It's like survive that loss. And he said, I can't do it because I know what it feels to be on the other side of it. And he decided that he wasn't going to do that himself. Once he had someone in his life do it, he's like, I don't want to put anybody through this shit, right? So I kind of understand like that perspective from him in particular, but I also understand like it's hard what you go through when you lose somebody, and you kind of like gotta, you gotta learn how to be something you don't know how to be. Like, like I'm guessing, and I don't know her personally, but my heart goes out to her. She's a widow. Like, she always thought she was gonna be Charlie Kirk's wife, right? And that's what she was gonna be, right? And all of a sudden she has to face that she has to be Charlie Kirk's widow, and she was maybe really good at being the wife, doesn't know how to be a widow. This is some new shit, some shit she never expected, never wanted. And you forgot how, that's what the song says, I forgot how to be me, because I'm not who I am. What I am is his wife, and I can't be that anymore. I can't be that. That's been taken. That's something that cannot, it can't be done. Now, over here, Texas was sharing with us, that's what I felt when my mom died. Yeah, it gets hard to breathe. Yeah, absolutely. I feel that. Like, I feel that. Like, like we all lose people, right? And I would just like, tell everybody, it is rough to lose people. So have mercy on people like Erica Kirk, and your heart should go out to her, even if you didn't know, even if you didn't know Charlie, don't know anything about Erica, you got to know that Candace is doing some evil shit, and some of these people out here using this death for their agenda is doing some evil shit, and your heart should go out to people that lose their loved one. Oh, hey, if you like this song, like, you got to give props to the man Ren, right? This is Ren and Chinchilla. He's an excellent artist from the UK. He's Welsh, but I think he did a lot of his career in Brighton. So I would say that he's from Wales and from Brighton. Definitely UK, right? But Wales and Brighton are like his stomping grounds. And I think he's a wonderful artist, one of my favorites. Maybe next time, I'll tell you what, next time we'll check Chalk Outlines. We'll talk a little bit about the medical industry, and we'll talk about Chalk Outlines. That's another great song, right? That's another song that hits me because, well, the VA. If you know about the VA, you know about Chalk Outlines, right? You know how it is, So I got to leave it there. Let's see if we hit the goal. Did we hit the goal? Let's see. We're trying to get to 6. Oh my God, we made it. Thank you so much. We made it. Let me show you guys. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. This means a lot to me. Thank you so much. We made it, guys. 600. We made the daily goal. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being with me. I'm going to head out now. I'm just going to say, I want to bless you, bless your health, bless your wealth, bless your plans, bless your homes, bless your families, bless your loved ones, and everything you touch. I want you to have everything covered. All right? You guys have a good one. I'm out. Peace.